started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it is clear.
Here we go, guys.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in at 228 pounds, BF Bobby Ince.
Gentlemen, I think this one's going to turn into a fight in a hurry, and I cannot wait.
Can your vagina be too wet? 100%. And here's how.
I light a candle, I pour the vino. I am the love fruit, the avocado. I do a sexy dance, then I rub your back. I'm the ripple skinned aphrodisiac. I know Spanish, cause I'm from Mexico. Hey mamacita, donde español? That's the Spanish word for bathroom, baby.
Oh, yeah.
And I look sexy on a cutting board. But don't bruise me, cause I'm the love fruit.
An avocado.
I'm from Mexico.
An avocado.
Green and sexy girl.
An avocado.
I'm an avocado.
He's an avocado.
I'm an aphrodisiac.
An avocado.
I am a greenish black.
An avocado.
A tasty dip, in fact.
An avocado.
I'm an avocado.
He's an avocado.
I'm an avocado.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Bruh.
Are these your drugs?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not...
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
If you are at a point where you fucking hate being around people, and the thought of being in the company of human beings makes you sick and want to throw up, that is your body and soul's way of telling you it is time to detox yourself from energy-draining motherfuckers. Sometimes being alone and fasting from people is the answer to your mental health problems. So tell everybody to fuck off and take some time for yourself. That is all.
Give your life to Jesus and stop dreaming about penis. You got to pray the gay away. Yeah, pray the gay away. Give your...
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh, shit.
We're doing it.
Jackie Mason. Fucking Bobby's fucking funny. Bobby Grant. I gotta give it to you.
Line of the day, Bobby
Super creative, super original. There's a show called The Vibe. And you're here, folks. Welcome to Friday, and welcome to BF Live The Vibe. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We have made it through another week and another month. Well, we got one more day left in June when we go turn it over to Monday in the next week, but it's practically July, folks. Before you know it, we're going to be talking about cookouts and fireworks and all that stuff. How's everybody doing today? Like I said, it is Friday, and I am BF. We are live, and this is, in fact, The Vibe. How you doing? You know what day it is, folks. Oh, yeah. You don't know? You don't know. It's Friday, y'all, and we got to get down. We're going to get down for the next 3 hours right here on BF Live, The Vibe. We're going to end the week strong. Yes, 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 yes. We're going to do the not-so-serious news. I got a whole sheet full of stuff here. Let's see if we can blow my load on Friday. It's a Blow Your Load Friday, because I always got a sheet full of stuff, more than we can do in 3 hours. Let's see how much we can get to today. Yeah. Back seat. We got Scott Fitzpatrick's going to come by, and we're going to jump into Scott's hole later on. We're going to do all the fun stuff we do here on The Vibe, so let's do it. Robot. That's right. Little Friday. We're going to do it. It is Friday, folks, and we're getting it started early right here on The Vibe. We're going to party. Let's party. You know why? Because it's fun. Fun. All right, enough of that. BF. That's copyright music, BF. Well, let's bring our bros in and let's see what's going on. We got one bro backstage, and maybe when the other ones wake up and wipe the sleep out of their eyes, they'll join us in the next 3 hours. But I'm happy to have my friend here. He's the bro you know. He's my friend. He's yours. He's the prop master. He is Scott Fitzpatrick.
Hoya.
We're partying, man. Hoya. It's Friday, buddy.
Hell yeah. Best day of the week.
Fun.
We are making the weekends longer than the week.
Yes.
And we'll do it again because
it's
Friday.
Friday. So last night you did, that reminds me that yesterday was Thursday, and I see you got no filter screen going today. So anything go down of note on no filter last night, buddy?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much to speak to because I don't know all the facts.
Ooh.
But to give you a good idea, but I guess there's some drama. The drama between Jason Bardo X and Joey C.
Bro. Oh, you talked about that? I didn't see, because I did replayables last night. So shout out to anybody that joined us. Yeah, man, this shit is popping fresh, bro. And it's just so funny because, I mean, I said as much on the air yesterday. We talked candidly privately, and I shared yesterday on air what I said privately to us, that I didn't think this was going to end too well. And it seems like we have video that proves it, Scott.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to mention. And then see, I thought it was kind of a work, like a manufactured work to the, but after this video, I believe it's the real deal.
Yeah. Well, maybe I say what we do. Yeah, we're going to talk about that because, I've gotten some videos and support. Maybe like when we would go in the hole, we might have a new Cyrax on our hands, Scott.
Yeah, I swear to God, the guy that went and beat up Cyrax,
bro.
That's what, and that guy is considered to be another Cyrax. And
I think
that's what that gave me vibes of, dude.
Well, I think that the one video where there's a confrontation going on, that looks just like a Cyrax thing, or somebody showing up to Cyrax's house and Cyrax on the porch waving at him. So maybe I got two different ways that we can talk about that. But I say we do the chat family check-in, and we'll have to get into that because I know it's been talked about on No Filter, and I know that probably people in the chat will be curious about it because I don't know why people have to like visit each other personally or things like that, buddy. But so we're gonna get into all that. And we'll have fun. We're going to have fun talking about it, man, because like we always say, we only get one ride on this planet. We just come here to fuck off and goof around and have a good time and hopefully make a couple of your guys' days better than it might have been without us. So that's what we're intending to do today. Now, I don't see Andrew backstage yet, Scott.
Well, he was up in the shit last night. You know him. He likes to get in some drama. So he's up all. I went to bed. I don't know how late he was up.
Wow. Yeah, well, it kind of started yesterday because people were coming in my chat, like Kai and other people were saying that, there was some irrational behavior, some signs of irrational behavior out of Jason Bardo X. And I was like, you bullshitting, right? But, let me see. I see what you got there.
He needs some milk.
He got some milk. You back feeling okay today, Scott?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I think that's kind of one of those things. I guess I asked a question that I already knew the answer to. So I'm sorry for that. There you go. I had a feeling most times you ask people about their back, it's usually not a good thing. All right, man. Well, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here, bad back and all. We're going to get into the chat family check-in. You know, we're going to do the news and not so serious news. And we'll probably get into talking about this kind of silliness, only because we just had the dude on the show 1 week ago from today, you know?
Right. He's supposed to be on No Filter Saturday, whether he shows now, I don't know.
Well, and Bobby, Nick, and you guys do shows all late at night. So Jason asked me something about coming on this show and promoting that he was coming back. And I told you all candidly in the chat that I had like kind of suspicions about it. But, I have no problem with Jason. And if you don't think that he's coming like to steal parts of your show, I'm cool with it. And then like 1 week later, he went off. I guess I missed the timing by 1 week, Scott. I don't know if that was good timing or bad timing on my part that I didn't get the after interview now, because we will have video of actually Jason going to people's houses and knocking on their doors. That's not what any of this shit is about.
It's like Stuttering John or something.
Yeah, or Cyrax. So we might have to save that one. It's very look down in Scott's hole kind of thing. So I don't know.
He's going to end up on the Angry Iguana channel.
He's going to, I know, he's going to be with Cyrax. He's going to be one of Scott's newest characters in Scott's hole. And so I think we'll present it like that today, guys. So all right, let's do this. I see some chats building up in the chat, so throw them in there, guys. It's Friday. It is like the end of the month. We're going to be starting July soon, so let me know what you're up to. Are you working for the weekend? Are you going to be working this weekend? Are you at lunch? What are you doing now? The glasses go on. I go over to my elements, and I run the element for the opening chat family check-in, and you guys let me know what you're up to. Throw your chats in, folks. It's Friday, and this is the opening chat family check-in.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, that is what we're going to do. We do it every day, Monday through Friday. We talk amongst yourselves. You talk with us, whoever shows up, and positive vibes are created. So we're about to get into the opening chat family check-in. Let me find my little horse here. We go. Post them. It's post time, ladies and gentlemen. Post them up. I don't have Andrew here to whip the horse. I'll whip the horse. Maybe I know Scott was whipping the horse the other day when Andrew wasn't here. So throw them in the chat, guys. We're going to get the show and the weekend started. And I remind you that my PayPal preset options are always pinned at the top of the chat. Thank you in advance. Just a Guess checks in. You number one Just a Guess with the pecan emojis and also the BF Chang emojis. Thank you, my friend Just a Guess, for your enthusiasm already. Pecan emojis are being utilized by the one and only Pecan. And then Pecan checks in with all of the member emojis, and you can use them too if you're a member here on The Vibe. Pecan says, Goonie Goo Goo, you begonias. Pecan emoji, he says, Unga Bunga, what do you gano, gano, gano? And to that I say, let's go, Pecan. And always in consistent fashion, my friend and supporter Pecan follows up with a $2 super chat saying, oh shit, we're doing it and we're having it. Tick-ow or tick-all.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. We're making our way into the weekend. We're going to talk about all this craziness in the world and have fun doing it. Pecan, you're so consistently generous to me and to this community. Pecan gives one membership for BF Live The Vibe. And as soon as I get to who got that, I'll let you know. Pecan shouts out, Beck Rock has been lifted and Beck's Rocks. Thank you, Pecan. And welcome Beck's Rocks when you check in on The Vibe. Pecan has fun with the Perry emojis, the chili cook-offs. Oh, Scott, I am so full of chili. It is ridiculous. Oh, that's so chilly.
God. Yeah, I missed every bit of it, man. I have no idea that I missed it all.
Well, I don't know that they have many kind of short videos up, and I didn't pull many clips, Scott. But let me just safe to say that it was star-studded chili cook-off. We had Dave Navarro, of course. We had Officer Lawrence there. Garrett was there. Garrett showed up for the chili cook-off. The one and only Garrett that moved to Florida. Garrett was there. And the one, the only, the real authentic Tony Hawk was there last night, Scott. After he said 1,000 times he will never be allowed in my house again, it was all star-studded last night. A chili cook-off.
Was there any fist fights?
Not that I can remember, Scott. I was kind of in and out of it doing show prep, and I nod off from weed every now and then. So I can't say. I mean, he didn't want nobody cooking in the house and cooking in the kitchen and all that stuff. Yeah. But they were eating like chili dogs off of the Foreman grill and all that stuff. It was a hoot. The Fat Pig says, "I say good day, sir." The Fat Pig. Hey Scott, he was in the chat for Replayables last night. The Fat Pig.
Yeah, I think the last I was able to see of Replayables, but did he call in or something like that?
Yeah, he also called in. Yeah, he's very I guess I don't know, enthusiastic about trying to call in on these shows. I guess is the word, Fat Pig. So we're gonna try to line that up and have him call in. But we did hear a couple words through Shawnee's phone. But I think that might have been his first experience with Replayables, and he says, "BF, what have you done to me? This guy is like on the level of Perry or something like that." He was talking about Chris. He was talking about Chris. Welcome to the show, man. That's what we do. And then we had some technical difficulties because Shawnee attempted to cut off we do Rumble and YouTube, and then after an hour, we cut one and we go to Rumble. Well, he cut the wrong one. He cut the Rumble, and then he had to create a whole nother Rumble link. And then, so it was like a thing. That's what you get when you mix drugs and alcohol and video production, I guess. He was sipping on some Crown last night. Bybee checks in now. He says, "Good morning to the chat. Myself, Blocky France, Psych emojis, P Cunt, BF Chang, Tammy, and Scott emojis." Scott, do you know that we were supposed to have a guest last night on Replayables?
No, I didn't know that.
I was curious what you would think about this, and I thought that he would have showed up and we'd be having fun talking about that. So instead, we're going to be talking about it this way. It was supposed to be your friend Bybee last night.
He told me it's Saturday.
So look, I'll tell you how. See, what had happened was I get a message yesterday, actually during this very show, saying that, hey, Bybee wants to come on. We all good with that, clear with that, or whatever. We all clear things with people. And we're like, yeah, of course, and all. And so we got to showtime last night. And I think he had technical difficulties signing in. I think that's what it was. So we might try it again Saturday. We'll have to talk. We'll discuss that as we move along. But I thought we would have fun talking about that and how he kind of did the Replayables and things. So we'll see if it happens this Saturday. I have to talk with Shawnee and Chris Bybee to make sure that all goes down. Pecan emojis are being utilized by Just a Guest, and the fun armchair comic emojis are being utilized. Thank you for supporting me as a member. FJM says, "Good day to you, sir, Pecan." FJM says, "Good afternoon to all." Just a Guest says, "Hey to FJM. I see you backstage." FJM, he's getting the smiles out there. Just a Guest shouts out with the Perry emojis. Just a Guest, Hoya from Pecan. This next guy is even more famous, Scott. Dang Lizard. And don't think, Dang, what was it? Just 2 or 3 days ago, this week of shows, Dang Lizard came in and said that he got Opie's attention, and he got blocked by Opie, and we played the clip here.
Oh, yeah.
With like a free kind of chat. Well, now Carl on WATP picked up on that, and our boy Dang Lizard, let me see. It's titled here we go, Dang Lizard Opie mention causes, and I'll play a little bit of it, Dang. It says, Dang Lizard by name, I'll read the whole title to you when we put it up here. It says, "Epic Opie meltdown thanks to a Dang Lizard free chat." So let's watch the little setup of this right here real quick, and then I'll bring backstage in.
Greg is in his element. He's back at the beach, of course, for the summertime, and he's doing his live streams in the morning. Remember, he's got a new podcast deal with iHeartMedia, so he's putting these out professionally, and he's got a new thing. I think it's a tick or something. He starts every show the same way.
Yeah, flexing.
Do-do-do-do. 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 Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my live stream.
I don't think that started as the Addams Family. By the end, it was. You notice that? You know what he was doing.
I don't want to watch the whole thing, but I just want to mention that Dang Lizard is WATP famous because he triggered Opie with his super chat. How you doing, Dang Lizard? Just a Guest says, "What's up, Pecan?" Oh, and let us bring our bro in. He's ready to go. He's ripping and ready to go and burning them and churning them. So let's go. He's my friend. He's yours. He's from the Great White North. He's with us. He's Bobby Nick. Come on, Bobby.
Hey. Deep butt cheeks, motherfuckers.
How you doing, buddy? What's good today?
I got deep butt cheeks. Yeah, had a great members only late night with Bobby Nick last night.
Members only.
That's good. Probably close to 4 a.m.
Holy shit.
in
And
the
he's
morning.
turning around to be here on BF Live the Vibe. Well, did you do a match last night or anything on the members only? What did you get down
There
with?
was a couple of matches. There was actually Opie and Anthony and Stuttering John.
Yeah.
Triple
were
threat
on?
elimination match. Yeah.
Well, since we're talking about Pecan and we're talking about matches, and I'll take a little bit of credit for this because I was trying to one up Juggle at Jen. The other night, I retweeted out that the match went down between Tony Hawk and Perry and Bob Levy, the guest referee, and I purposely tagged all of them in it, and now they're sharing it and giving Pecan props on Perry Caravella Live.
There you go.
They have posted the matches out there between Bob and Tony Hawk. I mean, with Bob being a referee, Tony Hawk and Perry, and they mentioned Pecan in there. Like, follow our boy Pecan 420 on YouTube. So you're getting some love right over from the PCL community. There you go. And you can watch a lot of those, many of those, on Late Night with Bobby Nick. What's up, Pecan from Bybee checking in. Pecan shouts out Dang Lizard with the Hoya. Bybee, what's up, brother, from Pecan. Dang Lizard said Bobby Nick lost some weight for that music video. Oh, for the avocado video. Oh, he's talking about the beginning there, the love fruit, the avocado. I didn't know Bobby Nick was a Mexican, says our friend Justin Guest. He's the love fruit. He is the avocado. Terry Nee gifts 1 gifted membership. Thanks, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord, Terry. Look out. Oh, back up, Terry. Oh, Lord, Terry. Thank you, Terry Nee. Jimmy the Lip cuts that one. Hey, Jimmy the Lip, welcome to the Vibe. Hey, what you doing over here? And that accent, Bobby Nick, just reminds me of Joey C and kind of the Scott and I touched on it briefly, the craziness that's going on with Joey C and visiting, being visited by Jason and all that stuff, buddy. And how we've kind of talked about some of the things that might happen if Jason comes upon the scene again privately are kind of coming true, right?
Well, I was talking to Jason last night.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling me there's something big coming out so soon. So I don't know.
I see Joey C carrying on saying that, whoa, somebody's making fun of copying me and then doxing me and saying that I'm saying shit about Jason Barrow X or shit like that. I don't know. It's like he said shit.
Yeah.
There's a fake Joey going around supposedly doxing Jason, and Joey says it's not him.
Yeah, and then Joey showed the video of Jason going to his house.
Well, we'll get into that because me and Scott discussed it. That had very much Cyrax vibes, and we think that Jason might be the next internet locale if he keeps doing these kind of Cyrax kind of fight videos or something like that. So I think we're going to feature Jason Bardo X when we go down in the hole later on. We'll probably do it that way. Holy shit! Let's see.
Bobby Friend, there's also a new video out of me and Wendy.
Yeah.
If you want to watch it, you don't have to, but I mean, it's pretty. I think it's fucking awesome.
What'd you do? What'd you get down with?
It is in the group chat. I sent it there. But yeah, it's me and Wendy. It has to do with Canadian bacon. It's almost like a horror movie, for real.
Canadian bacon.
Yeah.
That's your least favorite top? Wow. Now who put this together? What we got going here? It looks like it's got production. What is this?
Yeah, it's done by Blood.
Oh, our friend Blood. Hey, what up, Blood? Yeah. All right. Well, let's do this. Let's have a little fun because, I guess we started out over here, Raz and Bobby and Nick, about Canadian bacon. And we know that it's like, you don't get him going about Canadian bacon. So I'll be curious to what this is about. This is Bobby, Nick, and Wendy and Canadian bacon. Some bacon for Bobby. Okay.
I want to thank everybody who came on the panel.
You're welcome, Bobby.
We'll be back tonight right here at Bobby Nick 978. So
you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Bye-bye.
Hello?
It's me, Bobby. I'm your Canadian bacon, Bobby. Eat me, Bobby. Eat me, Bobby. I'm your Canadian bacon.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Bacon, bacon, bacon.
Bacon.
Eat me, goddammit. You little cunt,
I don't know who this
Bobby.
is, but this is kind of creepy.
Eat me, you cunt.
You cunt.
No, you want me, Bobby. You
No, I don't want to eat the bacon.
You know you want the bacon, Bobby.
What's going on? Oh no, Bobby got eaten by the bacon. Eat me, cunt. Oh no! If you don't eat the bacon gonna eat you. Oh shit! That was awesome. That was so funny. I never wanted it to end. That was, oh my god.
That's fucking great, man. Oh,
look at the animation with Bobby Nick with his hair and all that stuff sitting in the chair, like, and the audio. It sounds so great, like tinny with that like distant sound to it, like you wrapping up the show and everything. Oh, so well done. All the little nuances put in there. Bravo, our friend Blood. Creative people in this chat family community. I'm definitely gonna make sure I'll download that and try to keep a copy of that one. That is that good, man. Holy shit. Well done, Blood. All right, let's go. This is what I'm talking about. This is fun. Let's see what everybody's saying. Oh, we were just getting ready to say thank you for that, Terry Nee, for Jimmy the Lip. Ray's a good egg. I think we were just getting down to. Ray is a good egg. Well, as long as I'm still not blocked, he's Ray. Hey, Ray, how you doing today? Terry Nee gets a Takao from Pecan. Dang Lizard says, oh, you got to give your life to Jesus. Stop dreaming about penis. He was singing the end of the song. How's it working out for you? I'm still trying to pray the gay away. I'm like, here we go. Dear Lord, I'm not gay no more. I will not carry a purse for Terry Nee in DC. Oh, no. Let's continue on. Let's see. There's the Shawnee Zone bot running right there. That song, Terry Nee, I don't know about that. Let's see. It's just fun and games, y'all. We talking JBX. We gonna be Granny. He's our new internet locale, I think he's turning into, bro. I don't know. I mean, I thought he was just going to show up and do shows. I didn't know he was going to go all locale on us and shit. Let me see. BF visited me personally. That's not anally. That's not personal. Let me see. What's up, FJM? Peace and love from FJM and hits. What's up, FJM? The Nightbot is running all of our friends' bots like P-Cunt right there. If you want to see those matches, there is Andrew's stuff, all of Andrew's apps and all that stuff, his Cash App and his sites. There's the Shawnee Zone. There's Bobby Nick, all his right there. And they're off, says FJM. My gay pal, did you? PayPal only. PayPal, no gay pal. You got to have PayPal to be my gay pal. Oh, no, you didn't. I need to time that better. To time that better. Oh, look who's checking in. It's Josh in Tennessee. Hoya, hoya, everyone. Working and lurking right now. Still listening. Stay cool out there, everybody, says Josh in Tennessee. The lovely Mandy Diff checks in, BF Live and Scott, and all the emojis she loves to throw out there. And she's giving them to... Yes, sir.
Mandy Diff, I forgot to mention to you, Mandy Diff got come on No Filter last night.
Get out, camera? Voice? What?
Camera, but she didn't get on it. She just took us for a drive.
All right. She's starting to get the bug a little bit there, Mandy Diff. You starting to get the little itch.
She's starting to come out of her shell, man.
Get the little itch of it. Scott relates to that very much. A lot of us do. At least 626 Perry is over, says Just a Guess. Yep. I say we go for 12-10 now. Now that because he said that Randy's blowjob was a 12 out of 10 if it was a woman. So we should have a 12-10 party on December 10th. That's what we should do. 12-10, let's do it again. Mandy Diff, Hoya from Pecan checking in. Bybee gets the love from Mandy Diff. FJM says, I can see it's going to be one of those days already. All three grandkids are running and yelling. That's what they do, FJM. That's how you know you're still alive if they're aggravating you. Dang Lizard says there are definitely dry spells, but when it rains, it pours in the Dabbleverse. Aaron in jail for a bit, and Joey gets a visit by JBX. Yeah, we touched on the little Aaron thing yesterday. I saw him, I guess he kind of went on air, and I think by not saying he couldn't talk about it, he was still talking about it, I guess. So good luck he's going to have a long way to October. Look who it is, everybody. She's checking in on a Friday. Amber, what's going on, girl? Good afternoon, everyone. Dang Lizard and Amber get the love from Mandy Diff. Wavy G checks in, Wavy Gravy. He said, I got drunk and missed the whole thing. Are you talking about can you be more specific? Replayables? What are we talking about here? Dang Lizard says Hoya to Mandy Diff. Amber shouts out Mandy Diff, says good afternoon. It's Friday Fun Day. If you know, you know. Dang Lizard says, awesome. Didn't even see that he posted it with that title. Fuck it, Dang Lizard. You are internet famous now, bro. So see, I'm glad I put you onto something you didn't even know about your damn self. Amber Hoya from Peacunt. The Nightbot runs Scott Fitzpatrick's bots right there. All of his stuff. Angry Iguana 112, where you'll probably be seeing Jason Bardo X real soon. Opie and Anthony says, J.A. How you doing, J.A.? Opie and Anthony? What's up, J.A. from Peacunt? There's the Nightbot, the Shawnee Zone again. Hey, buddy from J.A. checking in. Granny says, I may be responsible for JBX's current breakdown. I don't know who is, bro. Like I said, I mean, I was like suspicious when he kind of left and then showed up again. And, I'm like, everybody got motivation. He was showing up for a reason. Let's see. J.A. says, that was via the Iron Sheik. Oh, my Opie and Anthony comment. I still hear him saying, he pronounced it that way. I was more of a Stern guy, so I never heard him say Opie and Anthony that much. But yeah, we love the Iron Sheik. Sheiky baby. We love Sheiky baby. Mrs. Honeybee checks in. It's been a minute since it's nice seeing. It's nice seeing Mrs. Honeybee, and Kai was in the chat yesterday. Hello, BF Live, Scott, Bobby, Nick, and the chat family.
It's probably a glorious day for Kai.
A glorious day.
Yeah. He hates the shit out of JB.
Getting the joy in seeing other people like melt down and stuff like that. Well, we'll go down in the hole. We'll talk about it a little bit because, Joey had the one video, and then there's the ring camera video. Let's see. J.A. Wavy Gravy and Granny from Mandy Diff. J.A. says Mandy Hoya. Mandy Diff says, what's up, Honeybee? Mrs. Honeybee gets the love from Terry Nee. Granny and Namaste from Peacunt. Mrs. Honeybee gets the Hoya from Peacunt. The Nightbots are running. We'll keep going. Canadian bacon and avocado is delicious. Yeah, avocado is delicious. We know that, and that was such a great thing. Only probably second, maybe now that this is probably second to that. Now this one.
Yeah, it's me, Bobby Nick. I love to eat some apple cobbler. Yeah, it's me, Bobby Nick. I love to eat me some avocado. Yeah, it's me, Bobby. I'm Bobby Nick. I love to eat avocados. I am Bobby Nick. I love to eat avocados. And after I eat my avocados, I love to take shit. Yeah, I'm Bobby Nick. I'm sitting on the toilet after eating avocado. I'm Bobby Nick. I love to fuck women. I love to eat women up the attic with avocados.
Well, avocado from Wendy Peck. Great stuff, Terry Nee said about that animation there from Bread and Blood, man. That previous one.
Blood did a good job, man. He had me record some stuff, and yeah, that was awesome. When he showed it to me, I'm like, holy fuck.
I love all the detail, production value, and nuance. Great shit. Gimme Beso says, hola, beaches, which is just another way of saying hello, bitches. Amber shouts out Peacunt and says, good afternoon. Let me click on it. Come on. Here we go. Click on it. There we go. Terry Nee gets the good afternoon from Amber. Gimme Beso says, the call game from inside. Oh, the call came from inside the house. Amber gets a shout out love from Terry Nee. Gimme Besos, hola from Peacunt. I'll go past the Nightbots and let you know I can't quit you, BF. I love you, man. I can't quit you. Tiffany Washington checks in and says, good afternoon, everyone. Tiffany Washington gets acknowledged by Terry Nee, Peacunt. Hey, Terry, right back from Tiffany. Tiffany Washington shouts out Peacunt. Good morning, Wavy G says, I got drunk and lost in Reseda, and I missed the chili cook-off. Oh, no. Oh, my God. They had chili in the jacuzzi at one point last night, Scott. They had the picture, and they said, "You stay in here." Officer Lawrence had it all under control, but he had to get the chili out of the jacuzzi after a while. Mandy Diff is laughing. Wavy G took out from Pecan. I need to time and they're off better, says FJM. Stormy checks in and says, hi, everyone. Can't type much, but listening in and hope everyone has a great day and weekend. It's Stormy that checks in on the vibe. Terry Nee says, Granny, first Tom Gully, and now GBX, you monster. Hey, Granny's making all these guys like lose their shit. What's going on with that? Stormy, good afternoon from Pecan. Rob Taker checks in. It's been a minute. He says, so I go to bed early and JBX is playing with a moron in Florida. This will end amazing. We should talk. He's going to be like a new Cyrax. Watch when you see how close it looks to a Cyrax video. I'd like to be in the conversation about JBX. You know how to get a hold of me, says Granny. All right, I'll consider that, but let me see how the show goes. If I can make that. Kai's not like that, but I am, says Terry Nee. We got Wendy getting the last from Terry Nee. Wendy emojis are being utilized by Just a Guess. Dare I say, only on BF Live The Vibe will you find a Wendy emoji in a wrestling singlet, WWE style. My sister Kathy checks in. Big sister checks in on the vibe as we're near the end of the opening chat family check-in, with the last one being from Pecan, acknowledging my sister Kathy and saying, Hoya and good afternoon. And with that, let's get on with the show. That was the opening chat family check-in.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hell yeah, that's what we're going to do for the next 3 hours. The better part of it, we're going to talk amongst yourselves, talk with us, and we're going to hang out here. Yeah, so I know, so Bobby Nick, you kind of did your no filter last night and all that. How's Andrew doing?
He's doing better. I think he was on my late night show too.
Yeah, he's not with us. That's kind of why I'm talking about him a little bit more.
Yeah, I think he's having a hard time sleeping because of that. His roommate kind of makes noises.
Yeah, you know, I do feel bad in that because how do you cope with that? Because you went from a situation where you had the room to yourself, grandma, now you don't have the room to yourself, and now you got the guy. Yeah, and I was having to mute the microphone many times yesterday, or decide not to put him backstage to avoid some of those sounds yesterday, Bobby Nick.
Yeah, it could be very distracting.
Yeah,
always got. You just got like one of them pull curtain things for like a partition to separate.
Yeah.
Them. So they're all the sound gets through.
Yeah.
This motherfucker. I'm still half threatening to come down and kick your ass. Granny says, you know what, BF, if I don't get the link, I'll just go to Andrew's house. Stand over Andrew's shoulder. We'll just stand over Andrew's shoulder. All right, well, let's see. I don't have what order we want to do this in. Well, we did, yesterday, I had a lot of fun. I love doing whatever comes up, and I guess that's kind of where we're at today. That was like one of the last things I did yesterday was the news and all. Let's see. Those weren't sounds the roommate was doing. The roommate was doing whale calls. Yeah, I don't know, bro. That's gotta be tough to put up with. We're gonna have Cookie. And we're gonna have all that again. Terry Nee says he needs noise canceling headphones. That might help. That might help us all a little bit, guys. If he has give him the Britney Spears setup or something.
Yeah,
keeping him on his head and maybe getting him on his head would be the problem.
Oh, that is true. You almost have to put Velcro on Andrew's skull to keep him on him because, yeah. Wow, let's see. Let's see. Tiffany Washington get love from FJM. Granny, are you following me? Asked the fat pig. Kathy with the medical update says, went to the doctor appointment today. Ooh, bad news. They have to go back in on the spine and put more hardware in. I'm not looking forward to this. Pain all over again. Oh, I'm sorry, big sis.
Oh,
to hear that. They know that's for certain already, but it's so soon after the first surgery that they did. That's messed up. That is messed up. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh. Sometimes we need bad vibes. Send Granny the link. He might be trying to chase me out of podcasting. What the fuck do I know? Let me say, could it be or Jen will appear? So sorry, Kathy, that you have that you're getting some sympathy back from Terry Nee that you're having issues with your back again. She's already got the hardware in there. Now they're saying she's got to go get some more. All right, sorry about that. All right, so I guess why don't we All right, I'll do this against my better judgment. Or I don't know what, Bob Nick. Would you mind sending our friend Granith the link?
Sure.
Can you do that? Thank you. Granny says, Kathy Linder, you going to be sitting more than BF soon. Well wishes, Big Sis. Hey, you're talking about me like I'm Bobby Nick or something, that you only ever see me in a chair or something. That's the line they get on you, Bob. What's up with that?
Yeah, I know. Well,
I guess, yeah.
We've come to the conclusion that I actually have the first porta potty chair. No.
They don't know if you got porta potty game or diaper game like Perry. They're trying to figure you out, huh, Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
That's our boy Bobby Nick. Well, there you go. Let's see. No one sits more than Bobby Nick. Well, at least I get evidence every now and then. And me and Scott, we do react to it, I think. We talked about this. When in our private group thing, when Bobby Nick goes out for those occasional doctor's appointment and get his hair cut and all in one trips, and when you see him out in the wild, you're like, oh shit, that is wild. Yeah. It is like kind of very off-putting, isn't it, Scott? It's different.
Yeah, same chances of seeing a Sasquatch.
Exactly. You see him, same thing, like, oh, just out in the wild existing and all, people taking shots at him from the side. Thanks, Terry.
I've even done a burger review before out in the wild. So,
I remember. Yeah. Rob Taker says the chair and Bobby have morphed together. Yeah, they're all like one. They're all like one thing. And when Bobby used to present that hole behind him, I used to say that was his portal. He would get sucked through at the end of shows to go back to. That's the only way he got out of the chair. Granny says that Bobby sits more than 150 pin league bowler, 150 pin league bowler. Oh my God, what is that? Let me see. Bowling reference. Don't get too many of them on the vibe. Let's see. All right, so where do I start? Where did I put that? Let me see. Let's see. Probably in our messenger. Yeah, so like I said, guys, for whatever reason, well, I guess we'll start it off. We're going to start off the whole story is that I love doing this shit, love doing it with you guys and all. We meet many people and many friends and stuff, and Jason was among them. Did his show, he did mine, never any issues or anything, and I really still don't consider that there's any issues, but I noticed some kind of traits and things, and I had a certain opinion when he left for a while and he came back. I think he's trying to get back in the game, and I think that if he comes back and it doesn't go right, he's going to go off on people. So I think that's kind of where we're at or whatever. I don't know. It's just a vibe that I picked up from him because I don't know. So then I started seeing, sure enough, he started seeing little signs that were kind of, and it's unfortunate, it kind of proving my point. So here's the first one. So then I had no idea to the extent that Joey C and Jason Bardo X had a relationship or even that physically close to each other that this could go down, Bobby Nick.
Yeah, they have hung out a lot in the past. Jason used to do graphics and stuff for him, and he was almost in line to produce for Joey, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I know. I think you get all these like weird mixes of guys, and you got a lot of guys that are that are maybe good on the mic or maybe have something to offer or not, and they mix with other guys. And I think everybody tends to want to be like it. They want it to be their show. They want to be the leader. And I think some people maybe get uncomfortable with the leadership of others, or maybe they get impatient or jealous that they're not at that level of hosting or doing the same shit as all get. That's kind of my best educated guess, and that's kind of the vibe that I was like determining a lot of this on. And then I seen that there was this threatening apparently DM that was sent to Joey C from Jason Bardo X, and I'm like, what is going on? I had no idea about any kind of relationship or any problem with them. So this is like the first thing. And Bob, of course, you were involved with this a little bit. This kind of was read on a show you were doing.
Holy shit, this is long. Okay.
Yeah.
Confronted. There's no punctuation. I'm sorry. This bitch attacked my wife, tried to take a shot at me and my sister, then run down the streets, and I ran after him to kill him, but he ran out the gate calling me a fagoot, then saying he got a story about him and my wife, and I am a fagoot. He almost fell down the stairs like a bitch and said coming back. So I'm not interested on getting on the Dabbleverse to joke, and I think this is not serious. Also, for the record, who is going around doxing him as me when I find out they're going to, what the fuck? out there going with him. This is issue warrant for trespasses on. This is I'm reading this as it's written.
Yeah, good luck with this. Tukey trying to read Joey C without punctuation.
This property, I was inside when I heard my wife yelling. He did put his hand on my wife. Someone in this Dabbleverse is thinking they're funny here by making him think it's me. I have done so much for this piece of shit already. Told the police if he show up on my property, I will kill him. It on the record. And the response is you have the right if he does try to physically harm you. You people know I am real friends, so you can believe him. It don't matter. It all on tape.
It all on tape.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. I did not expect that message to be that long. So, wow.
So do we have any idea what precipitated this, Bobby Nick?
You know, I'm not 100% sure.
That's what I'm saying. We went from last week, Jason saying, hey, man, I was away a little bit. I wasn't feeling so good, but I'm back and I want to do shows. Can I come promote my show? And I'm like, okay, whatever. But you know what? Maybe this next guy, he probably had something to do with it. He probably knows a little bit more than us. This motherfucker over here is Granny's coming in.
Oh, God damn it if I do.
God damn.
Yeah, I'm 100% to blame for all of that.
What the fuck are you making people pop off? Like Tyranny accused you of pushing Tom Gully away, and now you're making JBX snap and lose his shit. What are you doing over there, bro?
Granny, what did you do?
What the fuck?
What did I do?
Yeah. What did you do?
First of all, I told him that Joey had nothing to do with it, but he wouldn't believe me. Let's just say, and I'm not sharing any of this information with anybody. I got a detailed record of his arrests, and as I usually do, I shared it directly with him.
Oh, okay.
And then all of this happened. So it wasn't, it was like Joey had literally nothing to do with it. Nothing whatsoever. But JBX would not listen to reason when it came from me. I said, Joey has no, because he immediately blamed Joey.
That's weird.
That's not the case.
And Joey seems like he is backpedaling. I mean, he's talking out of both sides of his mouth, but he does seem to be backpedaling it. And I don't really think he had any interest in doxing JBX. So it really don't add up for me, bro. I was trying to figure out why he would even give a fuck to dox JBX.
There was no reason. There was no reason whatsoever. And I laid that out to JBX. He asked for who sent it to me. And guess what? You'll never know. That's exactly what I told him. I don't care. You'll never know who the fuck sent it to me, but I did get your complete arrest record. Some of it's fucked up, and I'm not even going to talk about it because it really, like, it's besides the point. But then when you go to this extreme, right, what I told JBX moments ago, I said, I told you Joey had nothing to do with it. Not a thing. So quit fucking harassing him or I am going to do something about it.
Well,
now, you can take you there.
You sound fairly certain that you kind of know for a fact. So that kind of lets me to believe that you might know who maybe something else, or if you know somebody isn't doing it, you might know somebody is.
Sent it to me, yes.
All right.
It was not anonymous. No, it wasn't. But with that being said, I found it, and guess who I approached first? The man in question. Same as me. Like, what do you want, my fucking arrest? I mean, they're not terrible. Like, some of this shit's crazier than, what I've done. But still, I am admittedly a fucking criminal, man. I've been to jail a bunch of times.
Right. And so you think you made him snap on this, but I'm still trying to think how this adds up, because from what I'm hearing, and I'll play another Joey video, like him and Joey were like kind of solid buds for a while, and Joey was like doing certain things to help him out personally in his life and all. So I'm just trying to figure out what went wrong in a week since I've known of Jason or whatever.
I mean, look, dude, like I said, all I did was like ask him. I was like, are these allegations true? And bro, like from what I know of JBX, other than me mooning him that one time and him getting super upset about it, he's a known liar. I mean you can't take the truth out of that. He is a known liar. Did he say he didn't go to Joey's, but did we see his fucking ass on camera?
Yeah,
Well,
last night he did. He was. So we were trying, like, No Filter was over. He was, because he was doing a show at the same time, and some people in the chat went over there and said, "We heard that you went over to, Joey C's and caused a stink."
So
And
known liar.
he totally denied it on the stream.
All right.
And then all of a
But
sudden,
there's evidence.
then Joey C, he went live with it later on that night.
Quit
And-
circling. You are fucking me up, Scott. Listen.
I'm doing it too. We'll both do it. All right. Well, look.
A known
Let's all do it.
liar, bro.
Let's all do
Like,
it.
look.
So check it out. So all right, so let's do it this way because, bro, Granny, I told a couple people this morning. I said I got the Ring camera video of JBX showing up at Joey's. I'm about to play it right now, and we do a thing here called Scott's Hole where we kind of do locales. I think Jason Bardo X might be our new locale. This looks like fucking the Cyrax video, bro. When somebody shows up to Cyrax's porch wanting some of Cyrax. That's what this is.
I mean, he has been for a while, but please, I would like to see this because I was toes the fuck up when all this shit happened. I was.
Well, let's
out
go.
cold,
How about
dude.
this?
Toes up. Let's see it.
Let's do it now. We're going to fall down into Scott's Hole. Let's do a little Scott's Hole with our new locale. Let's smoke a bowl. Fuck yeah.
Down in Scott's Hole.
His wonky eyes out of control. Oh, we're not doing this. Pantera, Metallica, and Megadeth stuff.
Shut the fuck up, Granny.
Pantera were trans.
God.
He's like Andrew talking through talk ups and
talk
fucking
right to
themes
it.
and shit. I mean, just talk to us. That's all right.
I'm going to
All right.
Andrew's house right now.
I'm telling you, it'll work for you. All right, so let's watch this now. It sounds like Granny didn't see it. Maybe a couple few of you didn't see it, but this is just like a Cyrax video. I said we have to do this like a locale in Scott's Hole. So here's our latest internet locale, and it's funny, sad in a way, but this is Joey C's porch, and you see the big guy coming up the steps here on the left. Right here is the one and only Jason Bardo X.
Yeah.
Here we go. Get the sound on it. There's a little sound here and there because they're reviewing it.
Oh, that dog's trying to get his ass.
Yeah, some kind of guard dog he's got, right?
What is he doing?
Whenever right there, he's body. If you read his body English, it's a little bit threatening. I think that's Mrs. C is talking to, sitting on a chair.
Yeah, he's not. He looks like he's. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead. No,
you go.
He's postured. He's postured for aggression.
Yeah, he's
right.
I'll scratch your eyes out, bitch. What's going on here? Right. Let's see.
Which if somebody walked up to my wife and did that would you can't do that.
I would have been like, "What the fuck you coming up on my porch for? Before you even got close to me?"
I think we would all been deafened by the gunshots first, but that's
right. Yeah, right. Exactly. You. There's no sound. They're just like holding their phone up in video. And now he's knocking on the door trying to get Joey to come out now. Or something. Now he's knocking on the door.
I think he's arguing. I think he's arguing through the door with him right there.
Right.
He might be. Yeah. Look at those. He's pointing and fucking.
Yeah.
Arm.
Mrs. C goes to the outer.
Oh, look at that. He's really aggressive.
I'm pointing fingers at I'm pointing fingers. Pointing fingers. Like if you were this,
look at that. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, he took like
10 seconds. Look at that posture right there.
Yeah,
right there.
He was trying to see if Joey had flinched right there.
Yeah, look at that. Look, he's all puffed up.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You can tell it's all right there. Yeah, like I'll come through that door. I'll come at you, motherfucker. Look, yeah. And over what?
Came out that door and whipped him, dude.
Well, the video ain't over yet, bro. There's Joey now. Look, there's Mrs. C. Of course, Mrs. C's she's the little pit bull in between. You know, she's always going to play that role.
Yeah.
There's a goddamn chihuahua and a pit bull.
Chihuahua bull. Yeah. Look.
There's Joey C in the tank top or whatever. Top wife beater.
Yeah.
As a polo. Oh, Joey come out and okay, yeah,
There he
he is. There he is.
There he is.
Oh, he's puffed up too. Look
Yeah,
how
of course
that
he
boy
is. You
puffed.
be. Look, he's chasing. Yep.
Yeah, he chased him off.
He's bitching him down. He's got him pushing him back. Why you walking? Yeah, you gonna come knock on somebody's door and then keep walking backwards.
Yeah, because see, the crowd stayed up on the top level. Joey went down to the ground level to face him. You know?
Right.
This is just like when Showbiz shows up and threatening Cyrax and mom and dad and everybody comes out on the porch, man. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a Cyrax video. There you go. That was them watching their own video. They watched their own Ring camera video, bro. So that happened.
As somebody who's visited Joey in his place of residence, that's the back. That's the back entrance. So I think he was. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think they might have known he was coming.
Did I say he's dangerous or did I say he's dangerous? I said he's dangerous, said Terry Nee. There you go. Hands on his hip means business. That's right. He's going to sass you. I'll scratch your eyes out, bitch. Totally not a female thing to do. That's right. Come out here, Joey. Say, I'll scratch your eyes out, you son of a bitch, motherfucker. Let's see. Look at his fucking shoes. They look 10 times too big. You got clown shoes. Come over here, clown shoes. Wow. Oh, Bobby Nick.
Wow.
That's what that is.
Wow.
Hey, Bobby. Has JBX lost? I'm going to say his motherfucking mind. This is going to end gloriously, says our friend Rob Taker checking in. Has he lost his mind? Let's see. With Florida's no rules, yes, Mandy, yeah, because that's what they said. What you said, Granny, you got right to defend your property and shit in Florida.
No, it's not. Yeah. No, it's defend your. It's not defend your property. It's a threat for your life. But if he comes up puffed up,
stay in your ground is what I meant to say.
Right to shoot him. Yeah,
they call it stay in your ground, right? Thank you. That's
but you have to have an imminent threat for your life. Which, when he was coming up puffed up, that's probably acceptable in court. He probably could have shot him right there in the street.
That's right. And Joey C saw this. Put this on his stream last night himself. So I'm not sharing anything out of line or out of anything. Good day all from Butt Radish 216. Checking in for some positive vibes and hanging out. Yes, buddy.
This was going to be short for me anyway. What I would like to say is that the correlation between what he did with Joey and the private conversation that we had, which will remain private. I told him Joey had nothing to do with it. And then literally less than 24 hours, this fucking retard did what he just did.
Okay. So he thought.
With that being said.
Okay.
Bia. Mm-hmm. If you keep picking on senior citizens, JBX, I am going to fuck you up. That is what is going to be said.
There you go. That's the statement from Granny.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Though, okay.
Sure.
You said you did this. You told him this yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. So he was talking about being doxxed by Joey C 3 days ago already, though.
Again, I can't. He hasn't responded to me, and I told him privately the same thing, man. I said Joey had nothing to do with it. Who sent this to me? You will never know. I don't divulge my sources.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I did see your arrest record, and this isn't helping the stalking charge. That's what I said.
Let me see.
So with that being said, I said, look, man. I said, if you're going to pick on senior citizens, why don't you pick on somebody your own fucking size? And maybe that's not me. I know that. He probably outweighs me about 100 pounds, but I'd fuck that fat motherfucker up quick.
Well, what's it? Terry Nee and Stormy are intrigued by his shoes. Everybody's asking, did they see his shoes? That's all people are taking away from that video. Is that see his fucking clown shoes that he had on? Where's fucking clown shoes over here? Let me see. Let's see. I thought
it is, man. And I would like to say this publicly. We will be talking about it tonight at 9:00. Right there on Granny's show with 2K the puppet. Y'all know it. We'll be talking about it more. But with that being said, I never intended for it to go to this point. As a matter of fact, I tried to dissuade this But the correlation between what I sent him and this action does seem relevant.
Interesting. Terry Neese thinks that he's acting bucking hard because he knows that they're felons and they would have no guns. He's thinking that's giving him a little extra edge. That's his speculation.
Yeah.
There you go. Terry,
They
Joey
could have knives.
That's right. Spurgsnake's checking in, buddy. All right, well, I'm glad you checked in, Granny. I know you said you want to be short. You're welcome to stay around as long as you want, bud. But yeah, you kind of made your statement. So we're going to see how this all plays out because of one thing we know, this ain't just going to end today. This is probably going to carry on in other ways. Granny, what's your show you do at 2K right away? This all sucks or this is all stupid or what do you call it?
This all sucks, yeah. On YouTube, man. Yeah, find it. Or
all right, so you know Granny always got an opinion. He's never shy about an opinion, so check him out with 2K talking about all that. All right, Granny, thanks for jumping in, bro. All right, there you go. I see I have a whole lot to catch up on, says Butt Radio 216. Hell yeah, Granny. It's funny because I got a message from Jason about it, Granny. He wanted me to be on no filter. Let's see.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, you got the message. What's up? He's welcome to be on no filter and clear things up for him, still for himself. And that's the whole thing with this. It's like you see him kind of like he has his own like issues or with people and losing his edge. But like I discussed with you privately, I never had any issue with Jason. But you know, if he's going to show up and be kind of unstable, maybe that's something we want to be a little bit aware of or something like that. That's up. So
okay. So I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
If it's say Joey C did actually dox him, do you think this is a proper reaction?
Right. Well, no. If he can decide definitively, well, he's handed it like old school outlaw style, you know. But if you're gonna, there's two different ways. If you know that, then maybe if you know enough, he could get the authorities involved, even if that was approach he would do. But Jason might be so old school. He might be that I'll come and knock on your door, mofo. He might not involve law enforcement, Bobby Nick. But yeah, there's probably if there's proof, there's probably a legal way to do this better. But let's watch this because. This is what I think Terry Nee and some other people in the chat were saying that Joey C responded to this last night. This is why can't I be left alone? Jason Bardo X really wants to show up at my home and make threats to me and my wife. Let's watch now. This is Joey reacting to everything that's happened up to this point.
I fucking don't want to be bothered. I'm done with all this bullshit. But yet I got a pussy. Jason Bardo X, who showed up at my house to commit bodily harm today, to make threats, to get in my wife's face. I'm inside the house by my bitch. She's on the porch just enjoying the sun. He comes up and he's going on. He's got this fat fucking wannabe motherfucking biker Chris thinking that I'm the fucking idiot and telling everybody a bunch of lies. And I lied and I tried to con him on a bike. He said he wanted to buy a car. I said, we could talk to the car lot for you. And I asked him, what are you trying to spend? So instead of the guy taking advantage of it and saying, oh, it's $3,000 plus tax, I said, listen, make sure that he gets tax title and all the fucking stuff in there. So because he's a friend of mine, family. So this way you include everything in there. He's now going to say that that's full of shit, something fishy. He's going to say, I'm doxing him. Somebody is a person. I told this fat fucking piece of shit who's a fucking pussy. Okay, because I'm going to show you. Where's the video? Everybody asked him to prove the video. He got nothing. I got everything, and I'm going to show it. Because I'm going to tell you something. I want to be left alone. I don't want to be fucking bothered. I don't bother you motherfucking people no more. I'm done. My fulfillment with this internet bullshit is fucking over for me. I don't give a fuck. You understand? Jason Bardo is a clout-chasing, fat fucking psychotic, fucking mentalist fucking piece of shit I ever met. Let me tell you something. Let me go backstory. I fucking had him over for holidays. When the hurricane,
I didn't know any of this, Bob.
When he had no lights, I brought him here so he could have his CPAP, so he could have his breathing machine. I gave my own fucking bed up for him to sleep comfortable. I fucking invited him. So then he comes over 7 days ago with intentions to show what he can find in my computer, which is nothing. I have never hid nothing from you people. I have never done fucking nothing wrong to anybody. I'm sick and fucking tired of this. He wants a clout chase because he left and he's got nobody, and he wants to lie and he wants to con people. Look at the people in the company he's keeping because he's got nobody watching him. Look at the people he's trying to convince. Huh? Fuck all that bullshit. All right. I told you. Don't worry about this shit. I'm here to show you I'm not lying. This scumbag piece of shit My wife's minding her own business. I'm in a house, and all of a sudden here, who storms on my property like he's some fucking badass, okay? But you know what? He's not. He ran like a little fucking pussy that he is. Gonna say that I tried. I did nothing but a friend to this fat, lying piece of motherfucking shit. You understand? You people don't know when to leave me the fuck alone. I don't.
There you go. That's enough of that. Because that's 18 minutes of Joey going off about the whole Jason Bardo X thing. But we just want to touch on it.
And I think, you know, I think the news was swirling, you know, when we got Joey's statement from 2K last night. He read it off. Joey C said, I don't want to address this. I don't want to do anything with it. I think enough people bugged him during the afternoon or the evening. And he's like, fuck it, I got to go and address this on a stream.
Yeah, especially when they come to your house and he got that close to physically being in your wife's face and all that stuff. Yeah, that could have ended much worse than that for all of those people. So this ain't supposed to be no part of this shit. And I didn't know that they had a relationship like that. And like Rob says, I'm glad I ain't live nowhere near you fucks live. Well, there you go, Scott. Well, since we're still down in the hole, why don't we stay here? Let's stay here. Let's keep doing the locale stuff.
It's warm and fuzzy in here.
What's that, buddy?
It's warm and fuzzy in here.
All right. Well, we just tipped our first one, and you know what we like to do in Scott's Hole? We like to smoke bowls, and we like to tip locale. So let's go locale tipping in Scott's Hole. Come on. Let's keep the energy up.
Yeah.
We're going. Let's tip them. Come on. We're in Scott's Hole. Come on. Let's go.
Locale tipping. Locale tipping. Locale tipping. Tell me Nick Scott hard. Sacrificing his yard. Tell me lives in a truck. Scott's down to fuck. Locale tipping. Locale tipping. Locale tipping.
Wow.
We just tipped a big locale, kind of one that we know, and it kind of came up out of nowhere, Scott. But what do you think about? How's your hole today?
Caught me on the exhale. BF, if you're wanting to kind of play them in the order that I said them, I started off with, you know, the number one guy I get asked about the most, and whenever I ask about locale, the number one guy that always comes up is this King Cobra JFS guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yes.
this is kind of an introduction to our locale farm, or whatever.
All right. Well, here we go. So this is King Cobra. This is on Propmaster 69. Probably, I don't know, maybe soon to be, or is an old one from Propmaster. Maybe this will be on.
Oh yeah. This is
Angry
just
Iguana.
one. This was just one that I had left over from over there.
All right. Well, here's a leftover from Propmaster 69, and this is King Cobra, right?
Yeah. King
Down in
yeah,
Scott's
King
Hole.
Cobra.
The little drink review. Is this the one you wanted?
This is it. This is it.
All right, here we go. We're down in Scott's Hole, tipping cows. Locales. What the? God damn, that ain't water in that cup. That thing was almost full.
This is Bobby last night, man.
Really? I wouldn't know that, Scott. I mean, Bobby Nick.
Yeah, I mean, he was drunk as fuck on my podcast. He couldn't get on with the playables.
Yeah. But look, that's what I noticed. Look, he spilled it, Scott. And then I noticed how high it is when he puts the glass down. That's what that vodka is. Look at that. That is a fool. He drinks alone. God damn.
There's a lot of vodka.
Yeah.
That is, Bob.
So King Cobra's somewhat kind of new to me. I know just kind of the basic stories on him. So
Yeah.
he'll be one that I sprinkle in here once in a while if I got something.
Well-
good. He likes to make weird food, I've seen.
I hope you don't mind me playing with your hole because, and did I get this through you or no? Yes, I did. I got this off the Angry Iguana, and we're going to talk about a major mention that Angry Iguana got on another show right after this video. But Scott, I threw this in your hole right here. So let me share the screen and I'll show you what I got right here. Here's a little King Cobra talking about the one and only Cyrax. Let's listen to this.
To Marty. And fuck Cyrax. Why couldn't it have been him instead?
He said that when he saluted Marty, and he says, "Fuck Cyrex." Why couldn't it have been him that died? Basically, for those that don't keep up with the context, why couldn't it have been him that died?
I didn't want to overflow you with the low-cal videos. I was wanting to send that to you so bad, man. I wanted to set it up though. Yeah.
So we got to watch this, Scott.
Well, what I did is I put two of my shorts together at the end of a Cyrex video and then the beginning of a Cobra video, and then to make that one short there.
Well, we have to watch this so we don't both hesitate, because I see your videos and I'm like, no, I'll wait for Scott to put it in the hole properly rather than me. But lately I've been getting anxious and I've been filling your hole.
I just didn't want to.
I love it, man. So I already had it. That's why I had it, because I like it. All right, now I got Cyrax by himself. It was in the next one in order. About he's not okay.
Yeah. You see, Cyrex, because everything's kind of going to bring you up to date on him. He's had it's called bricking, I guess. Whenever someone gives you like a bad thing to put in your computer, your Xbox, and it bricks your.
Yeah, it has no memory. It has no function. They just sell you literally a brick that doesn't function, a non-functioning piece of equipment. Yes.
Right. So since Music Biz Marty died, Inward Boy and Glory Hole has been relentless on him, and they've got him down to they've bricked his computer, so he has no computers no more. They've bricked his all this game stuff. He has no way to make a living, and he's reduced down to podcast or to doing lives from Facebook. So he's kind of down in the dumps right now. He's
when everything you need to work doesn't work. Cyrax should hook up with a Halloween mask company. You're not wrong, Rob Taker. And when I show you this next video, for people that don't know, they'll know how right you are, man. And we always remind people that this kid is 34 years old looking like this. And Scott started grossing us out originally with these scabby headshots in our private chat. And now I'm kind of in the sense of Scott's hole, I've kind of fallen in love with this whole silliness of this. So let's see what he's up to, and we know he's not okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not okay.
Hey, Scott, that would be a killer holiday mask right there. Cyrax, the Walking Dead.
I've not been okay for a very long time.
That's rough when these guys have a self-realization moment, Scott. That's almost too much to take. That boy is not okay. He's like, damn, he admit that shit. Space Nerd. She slid in and said, Hoya, your Hoyas. Nerd. Good morning. Hoya Space Nerd from our friend Spurg Snake. Spurg gets the love right back from the nerd. Mandy gets a shout out love from the nerd. And Nerd Call from Pecan. Space Nerd shouts out Tiff. Spurg Snake says, oh, Mandy, you came and you brought me a pizza. Spurg Snake gets love from Mandy Diff. Space Nerd says, good one, Spurg. There is music lyric game we can do. Is there a music lyric game? Rob Taker says, man, leave Jelly Roll out of this. Hey, Jelly Roll and Cyrax. Let's see. All right, let's continue on because we're down in PQRS. We're down in Scott's Hole. Smoking a bowl. We're currently down in Scott's Hole, tipping some of his favorite locales. Let me go down the list. Oh, now, but you this is the order you did. So you peppered our new friend. So we got a little King Cobra sneaking in now. I love the way this is all going. Now tell us about our new guy that you previewed the other day.
Yeah, the other day, if you guys remember, Johnny Elbows. He was the large gentleman with the interesting elbow angles and stuff. And anyway, so I didn't want you to forget about Johnny Elbows. So I'm going to get me established here. And there's another Johnny Elbows.
All right. Well, yeah, and I like it. And Scott and Bobby Nick, I think that if the Howard Stern show what it used to be, this kid would be a whack packer because he's got the look and he's got the voice. And I imagine he's got the other qualifications about not having a job or anything like that. But let's watch our newest friend in the hole, Johnny Elbows, as my signal dips a little bit. It's coming back.
Disco ball. Oh man, what are you
Look at that. Like just for that neck right there.
What the fuck? Holy shit. Look at that titties, Scott.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Bro, he's got lumps coming out of his neck. He's got his titties got titties. His rolls got rolls. Let's go.
It looks like his face is too small for his head or something.
Yeah, bro. It's like he's like permanent like Dizzy Gillespie. Like he's got neck fat up to his ears.
Yeah.
Is basically it. He's got no neck. He's got neck fat. His neck fat is like right under his earlobes.
Oh, he's in the green.
Oh shit! But it ain't stopping him from busting a move.
Wow, look at him go.
Woohoo! Look at that upside down teardrop shape.
Get it. Oh, the moonwalk. People send you disco ball. Oh man, what are you gonna do now?
He would be an instant Howard Stern whackpacker. You ain't gonna tell me no different. He looks like Kingpin from Spider-Man. Says Widow Killer.
Get it. Oh, the moonwalk.
Johnny Elbows? That's his name?
Johnny Elbows is our newest.
Wow.
Our newest locale down in Scotts Hole. Wow. His legs are smaller than Granny's, says Bob Taker checking in.
How do those skinny fucking legs hold the rest of his body up? Jesus Christ.
Who the fuck hit him in the head with a bat? I'm telling you, this is some dude. There you go. That's why we're having fun tipping locales down in Scotts Hole. All right, now we're gonna get a little sexy now and turn it to the love because now it's down. It's Tammy and Scott time. This first one you put in there was narcissism, Scott. Tammy has an issue.
You know, something I noticed about a lot of I've noticed about these locales, but then I've been noticing about a lot of podcasters like Melton and Stutter and John. Whenever they say things, or Ray DeVito, they say things in like threes. You know, they'll say narcissist. You're a narcissist. I'm saying they'll say it like 3 times or whatever. But this is some of the and just her silliness, men going off being goofy.
That's a good observation, Scott. Thanks for pointing that out because there is. I've always talked about rhythm, and you guys can tell I talk in a rhythm too. But I can't say I ever know. I mean, I guess 3. There are certain rules. They say things in 3s, but I'll be looking for that when I watch this next one about narcissism and all that stuff. This is Tammy narcissism down in Scotts Hole. Let's see what it's all about.
It's like an epidemic of narcissism. Like an epidemic of narcissism in America. Bunch of narcissists, bunch of everybody. There's no invasive plants in Missouri. There's no invasive plants in Missouri. There's no invasive plants in Missouri. You're stupid. Stupid fucks they are. They're getting paid top dollar to fucking ruin our country.
Stupid fucking
It's like an epidemic of
goddamn narcissists. Why can't they be loving like Tammy and Scott? Wow.
I, honestly, guys, I'm just waiting for her to be my sleep paralysis demon, for fuck's sake.
Well,
wait for this next one.
Scott, you took the words right out of my mouth because I'm looking at it and it just started rolling a little bit. So Scott's going to make your wish or your nightmare come true on this last piece of content that we have today down in Scotts Hole. It's little Tammy. It's called My Demons, oddly enough, Bobby Nick, or appropriately enough.
Oh, wow.
You said demons. Scott delivers in the hole.
They're all around me, circling like vultures. They wanna break me and wash away my colors. Wash away my colors. Take me high and I'll sing of you. Make everything okay, 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 okay. We are one and the same. Oh, you take all of the pain.
There you go. Wow. It's horrific without
Sweet
special
dreams.
effects and at regular speed, Scott. All right. Well, there you
Sweet
go.
dreams, Bobby.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No, there's like not going to be nothing sweet about that. Holy shit.
Oh, let me see. Kmart sucks. Kmart sucks. Kmart sucks. Wait a minute. Bob Taker says, yeah, but the question, yeah, but what that mouth do? That's what Scott's curious about. He wants to know what that mouth. The question, what that mouth do? Happy Gosling checking in as we're down in Scotts Hole. We're watching some of Scott's favorite internet locales, guys. And so we'll do that again next time Scott has some piled up. We do it like every couple days when Scott has a chance to build them up. We don't want to blow our load every day here on The Vibe. So join us next time when we do some locale tipping down in Scott's hole. Let's do one more time. I'm climbing out the hole. That was locale tipping. I'm climbing out the hole. We'll see you next time in the hole. Here we go. Climbing out the hole. We're not done, folks. We're making our way up to 1:30. I'm going to do the not so serious news. I haven't even done it yet.
Locale tipping. Locale tipping. Locale tipping. Tammy makes Scott hard. Starts fights in his yard. Tammy lives in a truck. Scott's down to fuck. Locale tipping. Locale tipping. Locale tipping.
Locale tipping in Scott's hole. That's the fun we like to have here, right here on The Vibe. Let's see, I think some people snuck in. There's Happy Gosling. Rob Taker says, Bobby takes Tammy as his sixth girlfriend next week. I think Scott.
Fuck that. No, I'll leave her. I'll leave her for Scott. Oh, Scotty, I don't know what's going on there.
Popke, this is a banger. That was Locale Tipping, produced and created and written and performed everything by the one and only Chris Popke. He's been on location, Space Nerd, so he's been checking in when he says he's a busy professional dude. We got plenty of busy, professional, great people with a lot of talents here in this community. And I'm super happy to have a place where we can share their talents and have fun right here on The Vibe. Well, let's see, Scott. Normally we run a little past 1:30 because I'm always doing something to fit the show in. But, we're at the halfway point of the show, so why don't we do this, folks? We're going to take the piss break a little early, but we're still going to have an hour and a half of show after the piss break. So this is the time to pause for the cause. You can grab a drink, you can grab a smoke, grab a snack, and grab a friend that tell them when I come back from the piss break, we're going to do the BF Live, The Vibe, Not So Serious news, and we're going to continue to have fun. It's Friday, so we'll see what the stars have in mind for us with the Rock You Like a Horoscope segment. And I got a whole sheet full of fun stuff we can get to. We're not going to get to any of it until we do this 2.5-minute piss break. And then right after this short 2.5-minute piss break, we'll basically be doing like a whole nother fun show on the other side of it. Right after this, folks. Don't go away. This is BF Live, The Vibe. 2.5 minutes, more fun on the other side.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
Oh, PB touching time is over, folks. It's Friday. We're not done dancing yet. Come on. Move. About to do the second half of the vibe. About to do the not so serious news. Keep having fun early. Move, shake, and drop. It's Friday, folks. It's a Friday vibe. It's BF Live the Vibe. Street Show 334. I like his little hype man in the background there. There you go. This is the vibe. Scott's not back yet, but he'll be back probably by the time I get started with the not so serious news. Let me slap the glasses back on and let's go over and get started with the said news. We're kind of going with the flow today. The last 2 days, Bobby Nick, the show has kind of taken its own kind of direction, my friend.
Right.
I like
so
this.
much to cover, so little time.
I like this. I like it. Well, look who's checking in. Chris Thompson's checking in. Says, sounds like a Jake AI song. Talking about my piss break song? There you go. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Scott just dropped out altogether. Hey, Scott, those strange noises kept going after you left last night. Bobby kept getting mad at you even though you left. Uh-oh. You
It was funny, actually.
We'd have difficulties?
Well, yeah, Scott was playing like monkey noises and stuff.
Yeah, was he?
And then Scott left and somebody else started playing weird noises. So yeah, when Scott was there playing the weird noises, Bobby was like, "Stop playing that bullshit, Scott." And then it continued after Scott was gone because Bobby was drunk. He must have been.
I still hear it.
Yeah, he was like 12 beers in, I think.
Yeah, so Bobby Nick, I'm getting a timeline together because I already told Scott, Bobby, I think you might have said something. He was supposed to be our guest on Replayables last night.
Yeah, he said he couldn't get in.
I was curious if he was having technical difficulties. I wasn't sure what kind of difficulty he was having. Now you're telling me this. I was wondering if he was having those kind of technical difficulties. Howdy Peacunt, Mandy Diff and Space Nerd from Electric Gino checks in on the vibe. Bringing it a little different today. I'm about to do the not so serious news we're going to have fun with. Let's see. Hoya, Gino, Electric Head Gino from Space Nerd. Pecan gets the love to Electric Head Gino. Happy Gosling says, good afternoon to Mandy Div. Catalano says, he checks in and says, I was told to stop by. What's up, Joey?
Hey, Joey.
Look, we were just talking about real shit, everything that you put out there, and we did our spin on it, buddy, because we just had 1 week ago today, we had Jason Bardo X on the show, and we were kind of trying to be bros. We didn't know he was going to stir the pot quite this soon, Joey C, like this. So sorry to see that kind of stuff happening to you. Nobody should be coming to your door or anybody's door through any of this shit. We just kind of talked about it, bro. It's unfortunate you had to put up with that, but welcome, Joey C. While Bill checks in, give some love over there on the Facebook. Chris Thompson says there were pig noises, or so I heard.
Pig noises, fucking all kinds of noises.
I'm hearing them now. Let's see. Hoya, we got that, Wild Bill. All right, well, why don't we do this? We got some more friends joining us this afternoon. Matter of fact, 37 of you guys are joining us here. So we're doing a little different today. Typically, right after the chat family check-in, I do this next segment that we're going to do, but we kind of mix it up a little bit today, talking about current events. But now, I will slide over to my news desk, and we will talk about some of these news stories. We do the BF Live, the Vibe, not so serious news. Let's do that. Come on. Let's go. I like it's funny, Butt Radio. First, welcome and thank you for participating in the chat so much today. This stuff has replaced the soap operas we used to watch. I love General Hospital. First of all, my mother force fed me General Hospital because she ran the TV back in the day, number one. So I feel that. I feel it now a little bit. And the thing I say about this, Bobby Nick, is that, you know, I've tried to stay away from doing just a low-cal show, just talking about whatever shit everybody's getting in. But we have a personal connection to Jason. Just last week he was on the show, and I say that these things are they're a topic for a show. They're not content for an entire show. Like people will want to do an entire show about all of this drama. We like to just touch on it and do fun segments here. And sometimes when the target hits close to home, we talk about what we know about. So thank you, Butt Radio. You're not wrong. It is. And people love the soap opera, you know. I do a segment-based show, but people love all of this Dabbleverse drama, and the drama lane is very strong, you know. It's not no denying that. Hoya says the Reverend Wild Bill checking in. Well, we haven't done a Hoya today, Bill. So before I start the not so serious news, I'm going to give you a Hoya.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
It is Bobby Cronkite time, and this is the Not So Serious News. Hoya to the Rev, says Spurk's name. Joey, if you want to contact me for a no-filter link, you can ask Granny or Nimrod, and I can give you the email for them because, yeah, Joe, I understand, you know, Granny was on here, he did a quick hit, and he let us know his perspective on this, and he let everybody know that he's got your back on this as far as that whole thing goes. And he's going to be talking about it later on tonight with Nimrod. That's what Stormy is referring to. Live Ween checks in with 420. It's my favorite amount, bro. The Bobbies. Happy Friday. Doing me a dab for donks. Well, for 420. Hell. You don't even have to twist my arm that hard to do another dab done for donks. So, folks, this is for our chat family friend who's no longer with us. And for anybody that you may be missing in your life and you want to honor, this is a memorial hit. And this is another dab done for donks. Another dab dog for dunks. Doo-doo-doom, doom, doom. Another dab dog for dunks. And another dab done, and another dab done. Another dab done for dunk. Hey, gonna dab you too. Another dab done for dunks. Another dab dog for dunks. Oh, Dice Godfrey. Oh, Dice Godfrey. Another dab done for dunks. Thank you, Peak. Thank you for the 420 live ween, my friend, checking in. Good day, Joey C, says Chris Thompson. Stormy, thank you from Catalano TV. Stormy says, not just for the drama, just to be on any time, Joey. It's butter dish. Let's see. Pecan, hello from Joey C checking in. Rob Taker says, Stormy, I can see what you were doing. Thank you, says Joey Catalano. Rob, shut it. I'm not doing anything. I see Scott backstage, but your screen is jet black, buddy, so I'm going to give you a minute for the signal to correct itself. Live Ween shouts out Rob Taker. You say so. Let's continue on. Happy Gosling shouting out Joey. Jason only wanted to use the bathroom, Joey. Hey, can I come in and take a dump in your house there, buddy? I'll be back. Let's see. Chris Thompson, hello from Joey C. Live Ween, shouts out P. Cunt. Good afternoon, Tiffany from Happy Gosling. Tiffany Washington, shouts out Joey. I'm late. Sounds like someone went to Joey C's home. Yeah, if you go, we kind of touched on it in the beginning of the show, Gino. I don't know if you're being facetious or true, actual. But yeah, our boy Jason Bardo X apparently knocked on his door.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I know.
Why
Joey,
go to another man's house like that, you know?
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this is supposed to work. You're supposed to just come on here and do your best damn thing on the screen, guys. You know? That's supposed to be knocking on people's doors. Hey, Mandy. All right, everybody's having fun in the chat. Good to see a great crowd. Why don't we do some not-so-serious news stories? Because I got a couple of them right here. A couple we're going to talk about at length. Having fun. Talking about the not-so-serious news as soon as it loads up. Come on, news story number 1. How about number 2? Maybe you want to load up. It did load up. Okay. Let's, we're all familiar with Joe Rogan. He is by arguably one of the most famous podcasters around and widely listened to. Apparently, he's been getting some threats, Bobby Nick. We were just talking about Joe Rogan the other day, how he started out on Fear Factor. We weren't the biggest fans of Joe Rogan, but he's turned himself into this whole UFC guy, and he lifts, and he's part of the company and all that stuff. Well, Well, apparently he's got the attention of some crazy person. Joe Rogan responds to this guy online called Liver King's disturbing threats with one blunt statement. I think I've seen this guy like do viral videos, Bob, and he's like a workout freak or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, you look at him, and one might consider, maybe alleged roid rage or something. He looks like he's got like a kind of a crazy edge to him. Well, apparently he was threatening Joe Rogan. Brian Johnson, better known as the Liver King, has been released from jail after making terroristic threats to fight Joe Rogan. But now he's doubling down. Johnson was booked into Travis County Jail at 8:31 p.m. on Tuesday, June 24th, facing one charge of terroristic threat. It all started earlier this week when Johnson began posting unhinged Instagram reels challenging Rogan to a fight. His arrest came shortly after he traveled to Austin, which is Joe Rogan is based in Austin with Tony Hinchcliffe and all that stuff down there now, to apparently seek out Rogan to brawl. Johnson didn't spend too much time in police custody, but now that he is out, he's back to posting about his intentions to fight the popular podcast host. The quote says that we're going to somewhere today here in Austin. If anybody knows where Seth Rogen's other version of him rhymes with blow, if anyone knows where his family is going to be today, Bobby Nick, he's like threatening his family.
Oh my God.
If you could let my team know so we could stay within 100 yards, not close to them or stay away from them, sure. He says in a recent video, Bob. Let me see if I can find the video right here if I click on it. Here we go. I'll show you the video. Watch. Look at this guy.
Good morning, primals. From the vibration plate of the greatest state in the world, Austin, Texas. Texas is the state, just to be clear. Bags under my eyes. Haven't slept a whole lot. And it's been an amazing gift.
He was being facetious, kind of space nerd. He was told by a judge not to threaten Joe Rogan. So rather than saying, I'm going to Austin to get Joe Rogan, he came up with this lame workaround saying, I'm going after Seth Rogan. His lame brother that rhymes with something close to Joe. That's what he was going for.
When you fracture the physical, don't sleep, don't eat much, drink much. You go deeper into something else. You got to maybe express something else. Something else. Ask me what the password is to Wi-Fi. I can't wait to share it. So, good morning, primals. What I'm doing, do it with me. Get the early
Not
morning
natural.
sun through the eyes on the face on the
He
skin,
did.
get the
I
best
would imagine so,
anchor,
Rob.
Grounded into the earth. About to go do that with the pups right now. Down there, that's where the Dobermans go to play.
So anyway, he's rambling on about something, but that's the guy. You can see. So, things could be worse, Joey. I mean, you could have this guy like coming and knocking on your door. Come and knock on your door. He came out about it. Rob Taker, I imagine he did about the roids. I dig your your natches. Your big natches, says Live Ween. Travis County, that's Austin, says Gimme Bezos. Hey, Gimme Bezos from Tiffany, Washington. He built a channel eating raw meat, and that's how he got so ripped. Turns out he was juicing and ruined his career. Spurg, I've grown up as a wrestling fan, Bobby Nick, and I can tell, you can kind of, there's signs. You can tell certain things, the big neck veins and the muscles and too many muscles everywhere. There's signs of roids. Right, we kind of figured all that out. Liver King is a frog. I think he claimed that he was getting jacked. I used to see him. He's like to eat the raw meat and like work out and shit, Bob. I used to see him show up in my feed. But there you go. We got. He wants me to sing. He wants me to sing Paul McCartney. Someone's knocking at the door. Somebody ringing the bell. I used to love that term loosely. All right, let's see what everybody's saying about this. Liver King is just looking for clout. That's always normally what it is. It's like wrestling. Right. Like life is like wrestling, Happy Gosling. He just wants that heat off of Joe Rogan. You threaten a big guy, you get more heat, right? 100% right up there, says Happy Gosling. Sprague agrees with you. And RFL checks in. Whoa. I told Scott when I signed on that the chili cook-off was epic. My stomach is so full, Bobby Nick, of all the chili from the chili cook-off last night on Perry Caravella Live, man.
Damn.
It was epic, bro. It was like an all-star event. The fucking Tony Hawk showed up.
Really?
Officer Lawrence was there. Dave Navarro and Garrett PCL flew out there from Florida to be out there for the chili cook-off. It was amazing, star-studded event. Rev Fug Lee, you're not wrong, man. We'll be shitting for days, man. Gonna be shitting. Shitting. Whoop, there it is. Shitting for days. Shitting brains. He gave me $4.99 to say he's been shitting my brains all day over. You overdid it with the chili. Thank you, RFL, man. And we'll get together.
Sounds like it was worth it.
We'll get together on what we talked about privately earlier, brother. We'll get together on that for sure. Thank you, RFL, for the $4.99. Look at his eyes, says Spurg Snake. Yeah, there's something like roid rage in his eyes. The liver is helping, says Terry Nee. Hey, RFL from Tiffany, Washington. You deserve it, Rev. Scriptures help. Tiffany getting love from RFL checking in. Eat meat, wink, wink. Mandy Divis getting the smiles. I think liver disease is killing him. That's why he called the liver guy. I guess I don't know. Red Fug Lee gives love to Mandy Diff. Red Fug Lee, your apartment 202 fireman pole is covered in Vaseline and diaper pee. It did get a little extra slippery last night. Those last couple of guys, man, you had to get out of the way quick because the pole was so slippery that you might land on the next guy's head because it got that slippery. Suppose he spent $12,000 a month on his products via an email link. Liver King. Dang Lizard word on the Liver King was called out by Joe Rogan for being a fraud. Liver King even admitted to it, and now years later, he visited Joe's house with clear intent, but he also has kids with him. He is lost. Come on, kids, pack up. I'm going to take on the dad, and you're going to kick the kids' asses. Whatever kids are there, you're going to fight them. We're going to fight children. Let's go. All right. Scott Fitzpatrick checks back in.
I guess it's going to be a regular thing for me this time of day. I have internet problems, I guess.
Wow, bro. I have my moments and you have yours, Scott. That's unfortunate, buddy, but we'll stick it out.
Same time every day I've noticed it for the last week.
That's kind of we were setting the clock, unfortunately, some days with mine too, buddy. So we know exactly what you're talking about. Methane gas is at an all-time high today. Yes, Bobby Nick.
Scott, are you aware that there's like a plug-in that's like 10 feet away from you? That's what Stormy was telling me.
Oh yeah. I mean, I ain't never used it out there, but that wasn't my problem this time. It was just the internet. The internet's been going out at the same time every day.
This is a good point. So Rob Taker says, so basically Liver King is ripping off JPX by showing up at Mofo's doors. He's doing the same thing. See, you got to come up with your own thing, JPX. You can't do Cyrax and Liver King. You can't do this. Hey, Live Ween from Dang Lizard. And we got the boy Joey C, the one and only, checking in the chat, I think, when you were having issues there, Scott. But we're talking about this hyped up guy from the internet. He called himself Liver King, threatening Joe Rogan, this muscled up hit guy.
If I remember right, and I think this is the guy. If I remember right, the thing with him was he had like he was eating raw liver and stuff, but he was just to get all muscled out like that. He was saying he's all natural, just through eating raw meat or whatever. Yeah. But then they find the truth out. He'd been taking steroids, obviously.
Yeah, but I said it as soon as I saw he came up in my scroll. I said, Scott, I grew up with wrestling. You can't fool me, bro. As soon as I see them roided dudes come out, I mean, you could tell. I mean, I just kind of know. But we just got done talking about how Rev Fug Lee was so nice to give me $4.99. His stomach is hurting after the chili cook-off last night, Scott.
Oh, really?
I told you that at the beginning of the game, beginning of the show, not the game. We do a show.
Is there leftovers?
But I don't know. There was pots lined up in the hall. I don't know if they got cleaned or if they're getting dumped out or what. But Scott, this is the story about gas, and this is going to be a pretty funny story. And there's a funny logic behind it, but it kind of makes sense. A flight attendant reveals the surprising reason that pilots are encouraged to fart in front of each other in the cockpit. This is about pilots farting, Scott. Yes, they're encouraged to do it. And watch when you find out the reasons why. Pilots are encouraged to let it fly in flight. An Argentine flight attendant has divulged some surprising aviation rules that pilots must allegedly adhere to in the name of safety, including refraining from having the same meal as the co-pilot so they don't get food poisoning.
Oh.
I hadn't really thought about that, but that kind of makes sense that they think about this on this level for the pilot and the co-pilot. And about never passing gas. You must always pass gas. But are these rules set in stone or simply mile-high myths? That goes on to say, did you know that pilots eat the different foods? Barbara Basilieri, better known as Barbie Back, and her nearly 5 million followers, told Jam Press the commander and the co-pilot choose different meal options. One will choose chicken and the other will choose a pasta. And it's normally like the head pilot, and the co-pilot has to take whatever's left over. The air hostess explained that they don't select differing dishes for the sake of variety, but rather to lessen the chances of both of them getting incapacitated by food poisoning, an event that could potentially jeopardize the safety of everyone on board. I'm actually glad that people think this through like this, Scott.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, my mind never went that way. I'm glad. Yeah, that's nice to know that.
But I love the parts that we'll get onto. It's almost always the captain who makes the choice, and the co-pilot is the one who has to accept the alternative, explained this woman, Bastlieri, who hails from Argentina. But she works for Spanish budget carrier Vueling. Flight attendants have to verify that the meals are correctly loaded on the plane before beginning the flight, so that the latter, everyone has their choice. That later, everyone has their choice. They spelled that wrong. However, some sky captains have disputed the so-called two-meal rule. They said because hygiene standards have improved, that they don't necessarily hold as true to this anymore, Scott, but they really hold true to the other rule. It says another unorthodox law of flying the friendly skies is always to let her rip, Bastlieri said. She claimed that the pilots are prohibited from holding in their farts, as doing so can induce intestinal discomfort and thereby distract the sky drivers from their task at hand, Scott. So they don't want you sitting there all bunch like, oh man, I got that chili from the thing last night. That you can't be holding that shit in. They want you to let it out. But can you imagine like you're like basically making the cockpit your own Dutch oven or something?
Yeah.
Your Dutch
That's
oven.
great.
The cockpit. I never knew all this thought went into like the meal I get, Bobby Nick, but the whole farting thing, it's funny. Now it says about this intestinal discomfort, it says this is especially crucial as flatulence is heightened at 30,000 feet. At high altitudes, atmospheric pressure is lower, which increases the volume of internal gases, she explained. This can cause discomfort and distraction in the cockpit when the pilots should be focusing on doing their job and not in pain from being full of gas. That's why it's always recommended that pilots, if they just have to, they just release them. They just let her rip.
What about passengers? I wonder,
Yeah, I don't know if the passengers feel that same way about it. Let's see. Let's see what they, because we had a lot of people check in, and I see a pretty sticker coming here. So what do we got? I'm still shocked that so many people got into his apartment, says Space Nerd last night. Terry Hoya from Space Nerd. Exactly, Nerd. So Liver King, we got that one, driven off JBX. And then let's get JA hooking me up with a beautiful $2 super sticker. Thank you, JA. I appreciate that, brother. I very appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Dang from Tiffany, Washington. Scott, did Hazel Bybee survive the latest round of Scott's MMA Crotchtagon tournament?
Yeah, good to see you, Live Wayne. I've been wondering where you've been, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a
Don't
minute,
see him
dude.
every show. The
Good to see ya.
Crotchtagon.
You're doing okay.
Well,
brother.
currently, I love and appreciate my boys for showing up every day, but I don't think we have no belt holders right here on the show currently, right? Maybe, do I have the tag team belt anymore with Tyranny? I might. I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
think
Yeah,
you
you are
do.
a belt
Yeah.
holder.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing that I retain all that. Let's see. Ween, say hi to Pone and Tone and the other dogs that you have there. Let's see who's checking in. Having a beer gut, referred to as Royd Belly, gives it away. Two joints checks in, our bro. I know he's filled with chili too from last night. Ends up Scott's spirit animal is an airline pilot. I bet those farts vent out the entire airplane, those bastards. Yeah, that's why these guys haven't flown, but sometimes you do get like a fart smell, like they like running the air system through the bathroom or something. It's probably the pilots farting. There he is. Everybody was asking about him. We've been enjoying your themes. It's Chris Popke, the one and only, checks in, says Hoya to the chat. Duke of the Dog Dick versus Popke from Live Ween. Popke gets the love from Space Nerd. Popke from our friend Live Ween. Hey, Popke from Tiffany. And Chris says, that's why Ted Stryker had to fly for the first since Nacho Grande. Space Nerd is laughing. That's right. He was the backup pilot. Nerd gets the love right there from Popke. Ween gets love from Popke as well. Space Nerd says, how do they know if they are holding in their farts? Yeah, how do you regulate that? Do you go up to them? Have you been farting? Let me check. Let me press your belly, Scott. Let me make sure they got... Make sure you don't fart. Let's see. Wouldn't that smell distract them instead? Well, I guess it's the lesser of two evils. And they don't, I know that changes do happen to your body. I try to keep it. I don't try to eat or drink too much when I'm on a plane for this very reason, because I don't want my body processing shit at like thousands of feet in the air. Let's see. Had no knowledge of what he was coming, but he ran like a bitch. We did see him run like a bitch. Joey was checking in the chat. He said somebody sent him over here. We got them talking about that. That's whole the real thing. Yes.
That's the real Joey.
That is the real Joey. Yeah, everybody's saying
yeah.
hello to him and all. Yeah.
I went and checked. That's the real Joey.
There you go. Let's see. We'll catch up. Brand new information. Guys have known to fart when they feel like it forever. Josh in Tennessee, what happened if their O-ring doesn't hold up back and everything? Oh, and they don't have deep butt cheeks. That's right, Bobby Nick, because Bobby Nick has been saved many times, and I've never even heard of the notion of deep butt cheeks until I heard my friend say this one day.
I got deep butt cheeks.
And now we know that deep butt cheeks can sometimes be the difference between it getting out into the shorts or staying just inside of the shorts. So maybe, I don't know, Josh. JBX MK Ultra training came into play when he ensured his survival, I'm certain. Let's see. See what everybody's saying. We're going to get on with some other news stories here in the Not So Serious News. It's great seeing everybody say hello to each other. Let's say, I might use that for the rest of my day, Space Nerd. You got no doubt. Let it out, right? Better out than in. That's what they always say, Scott, right? When I was growing up.
Yeah.
Better out than in. All right. Let me see this next story I got here in the Vibe Not So Serious News.
I ate six beef and bean burritos last night. I'm waiting for the payoff.
Oh, Scott.
Oh
my God.
6 of them.
Wow.
Like what? At what point? Like you get up to 3 and 4, and you.
The first 3 were so good, I had to go cook 3 more.
Wow. 6 bean burritos. Okay. All right. Why don't we do this? How about I end the show like this segment anyway? Not the show. We're not ending the show. Don't fret that. With a bikini report. I got a bikini report that we like to end every newscast with. Let's see. I'm assuming that rule isn't for the female pilots since women don't fart. That would be interesting to see, like, they go as a women fart, but you must fart. But I don't do that. No, you must fart. I'm a nervous flyer. I tend to go Richard Christie on long flights. Hey, I just like to drink. I like to pass out and not know anything going on around me. Hey, yeah, Duke, Popkey, I call it in a shutdown mode, and I tell my body, we're not eating anything, we're not drinking anything. I try to go to sleep, Scott. That's kind of my method, and also, I don't go Richard Christie. Christina says, yo, I wish you guys could have seen how he was running backwards out the gate. Hey, Christina, how you doing? Checking in on the Vibe. We did. I mean, I guess you guys are getting the word that we watched a little bit of the videos that Joey put out and your Ring camera video, and it's no place for this. I'm sorry that you had to get approached like that by anyone. By Jason Bardo X, and no one should be coming up to your residency and threatening the wife of anyone or threatening anyone in general. I thought Christina was going to kick his ass. I told you, Scott, she was like that little Chihuahua pit bull in between. She was like,
right, yeah. I'm still laughing about how fast Joey C had him, backing up.
Yeah. And you're going to go drive somewhere or walk somewhere, go through all that trouble to knock on someone's door like you're the dude, and then you're just going to do the fucking moonwalk the rest of the time. That kind of didn't add up. I don't know. What do you think was not going to happen by doing that, or not a good move? Thanks for checking in, Christina. We got your back on this. No one should be going through that stuff, and it's unfortunate. And I understand that you have a personal relationship with JBX, so I can't explain why people are just snapping off left and right. But thank you, Christina, for checking in. We got you on this. We covered that. Hey, Christina from Tiffany. Good. Thanks. There you good. Checking in with everybody. All right, I'm going to show you that bikini report I got, and then we'll keep on going on with the show here on the Vibe. Right here, I got that bikini report, Scott, and this is about they did this for the chili cook-off last night. Driverless cars. This is about Waymo cars that are hitting Atlanta. So look out, Reverend Wild Bill in Atlanta, and watch this bikini report about driverless cars.
In Atlanta, Georgia, and order an Uber, you might just get a Waymo robo-taxi. As a quick refresher, Waymo is the autonomous driving tech company owned by Google's parent company, Alphabet. It's partnered with Uber, and they announced last September that they'd be bringing driverless vehicles to Austin, Texas, and Atlanta, Georgia.
Same nerd.
Austin went live in March, and now Atlanta has kicked off as well. Waymo, which already has over 1,500 autonomous vehicles across the country, announced that its Atlanta launch launch includes dozens of its all-electric Jaguar I-Pace robotaxis. The Waymo vehicles will be available via the Uber app within a roughly 65 square mile area of the city. Currently, that won't include anywhere on the highway or trips to the airport. So if robotaxis make it to your city, how open are you to using them? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines.
Thank you, Bikini Report. All right, well, there you go, guys. That's how we do it here on The Vibe. We do the not-so-serious news. We had a few news stories that we talked about, and we always end up with a Bikini Report. Now, I must say...
Hey, Bobby
yes.
Friend.
Yes, sir.
Can we pause for a second for a message from Joey C?
Yeah, and I was going to touch on something about that, too. So what do you got?
Okay, so Joey C just messaged me saying the worst part is he didn't trust our friendship at all. He's talking about JBX. I want to go on record. Granny, Bobby Nick, 2K have always been, in my books, been great friends. And Bobby Friend, so you know that well. But I have always liked you because you speak from your heart with truth. And he goes on to say, thank you all for taking the time to see I had nothing to gain to ruin a friendship. Jason has to deal with his own demons and a lot more for his actions. Take care, and thank you all again.
Well, Bob and Nick, I'll take it one step further, buddy, because seeing them being interested in the chat, I would feel probably this way myself. I'm interested in equal time. And like I said, only because we know some of these people involved, and JBX was just on the show, I feel it's only right, Bob and Nick. Joe, if you and or the missus want to jump in, if you want to take a minute and come in, you're having this say in the chat. If you would like it, I feel it's only fair since I've had, like Jason and other points of view on there. I've had Jason on here. So if you want to do that, I'm going to wrap up the news now, Bob. You can send the link to Joey because I know you know them and all.
Okay.
And you have the link. So why don't we do this? And if you have that opportunity to do that, if you want to jump in and say your piece real quick and have a quick stop, or you're chomping at the bit doing it in the chat, I offer that to you right now. But we're going to end up the news segment right here. That was the BF Live, the Vibe, not so serious news. And we ended up the way we always do with the Bikini Report at the end. Now let's get on with more of the show. Let's go. All right. I always say you got to show up on the Vibe every day, Monday through Friday, because you never even know what might happen here. And I say that for myself. I like to write out a little show, a little ideas. But when stuff pops off in real time, we'll kind of go that way too. We go with the flow of what's going on with life. Let's see. Just a guess. Has fun with the BF Chang emojis. Bobby, Nick, Tammy, and Scott. I wish your Ring camera had voice on it. Well, it probably does, but they were literally just like it looked like they were watching their replay on their big TV and just recording it. So not all the sound came through, but I imagine there might be some better sound available. Maybe we can find that out. Joey C is quite the wordsmith, says our friend. Whoa, look behind me. He's quite the wordsmith, says our friend Popke. Like Dre Gina, they already catch on fire. There you go, Rogue. Let's see. It's only a matter of time before those cars get hacked and stolen. Yeah, Gino. And I already did a report on here a few months ago about someone being trapped in them, Scott. If you remember, that dude was like going in circles with his car.
Right,
he's talking to customer service. And the customer service then informs him, we have no way here remotely to help you with the car. And he's like, really? And the guy just keeps going in circles.
Right.
And they've had like the various pizza ones that deliver pizza and stuff like that. Let me see. Joey says, I said my piece. Thank you for the chance. I'm at my doctor today. A big day for me. Well, I hope you have good health, Joey. All right. As long as I know you have an outlet, and I know you have a way to get your point out, but I know people are talking about you, and when people are talking about you, I'd understand the urge to respond. And we had Granny on here saying things from his point of view, so I thought it was only fair to offer you that same thing. All right, I hope things go well, doctor, for you there. I think more people smoked pot, we wouldn't have so many people raged out. Yeah. I want to agree with that, Space Nerd, but I do think there's some people that can outsmoke the effects of weed because Jason is the stranger to the weed, and it doesn't seem to work for him on that level. I can hear Joey C now and Mrs. C, Mandy Div says. Christina says, he sounded so ridiculous, I almost wanted to laugh. You're trying so hard not to laugh in his face because you know when shit gets hot and somebody thinks they're being you laugh in their face, that might spark them a little more. Like, you're like a fucking clown. Like, I can't even take this serious. Get out my face. Let me see. He got hit an irrigation stick. Oops. Somehow an irrigation stick. Oops. Don't know how that happened. Whoops. It says live ween. Uh-oh. Can't have any ween. Y'all could have beat the hell out of him, and I'm gold. I'm good. I'm gold. It would have been fine. Popke says, that's peace, Joey. So who's going to Joey's next to get the original video with the audio? Well, maybe that's what you'll see if Joey C downloads his Ring camera. Maybe they got all of that. Maybe you got to go over there to watch some of that stuff. I'm glad JBX didn't bring weapons. Right, Mandy? That's why there's no need for this, because this could have went so much worse if a weapon was involved or someone was more quicker to violence and then someone ends up getting, catching a charge on this. We're not supposed to be into this for any of that shit. Let's see. Oh, Christina says, oh, come on. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm working on getting her the link.
Okay, well, I mean, all right, it's on the way. Bobby Nick is working his magic right there. All right, we got some Mandy Dip. We see it coming on, Mrs. C. Well, I don't know anyone that smokes pot and I know, same Space Nerd. That's a waste of weed, ain't it, Scott?
Fuck yeah.
We don't smoke weed.
Mrs. C, check your Twitter.
Now, calm down, Mandy Dip. She's like, all right, look, she's got 10 messages in there from Mandy Dip about sending her a link. You got it. All right. You got it. Let me see. I'll pull that video up, but let's see. Yeah, man, we kind of featured him in, she says, give me a second in the chat. Shotgun with birdshot and dragon's breath recommends Rob Taker here. Yes, Mandy, Mrs. C has the link. She says, give me a minute, so hang in there. Bobby is just a floating head.
I am. I don't know what's going on.
All right.
It's like I think if I fucking sit back a little back too far.
It's some of the settings in there. I was going to say, let me find that video.
Is that better? Am I more loosened?
Yeah, I think it's when you got to get relaxed and you sit back and you really disappear into the, that's what I noticed it. That's what I noticed. Let me see what I got here. I got those videos. That, let me see. Yeah,
smoking head, right, Space Nerd.
It does. Sometimes it looks like he's just a floating smoking head. True, Rob. There you go. All right, well, let's while we wait for Mrs. C to check in, let's watch a couple little fun videos here that I have. Let me see this next one. Let's do that. What I got for you? It is Friday. Oh, I like this. My dude got this is a total a misunderstanding. This is called Unc Just Waiting for the Bus.
How you get like this? You want to do drugs?
No.
So why you sitting on the ground?
I'm waiting for the bus.
The fucking bus stop. This dude was like,
yeah.
You been out here and how you get like this? You want to do drugs?
No.
So why you sitting on the ground?
I'm waiting for the bus.
Pardon me.
He said, pardon me. He thought the dude looked like a hobo. He said, Unc just waiting for the bus here. Right there on that one. Let me see. All right. Ooh, let me go. I do have some exclusive footage, man. I want to thank Terry Nee for all the great content he sent me, and this not being the least among it, guys. He hooks me up with super chats and great links and stuff like that, and he gave me some of his high school reunion video, guys.
Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put the liquor in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi.
Oh.
Show up, I'm a show up. Smoother than a fresh jar skipping. Too hot.
Smoother than a fresh jar skipping.
Police and a fireman. Stop. Wait a minute.
Fill my cup, put some liquor in it.
Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch.
It's the Sleepy's reunion to Live Ween.
Jackson, Mississippi.
All the other old birds there.
Hell yeah. Call the police and the fireman. Too hot. Make a dragon run or retire, man. All right, guys. So like I said, You know, we got into this because we like having fun and doing fun shit. I think anything that happens on this world should go down on shows and on camera. If you have to go to the extent that you got to be visiting people personally at their home, that's not what any of this shit is for or made for. And it's sorry that it happened. We've seen it happen a few times. And so Granny had an opinion on it. I know he's local down there. He has a relationship with Joey C. And I know that the C's were kind of like had a relationship with JBX soon. So in the interest of fair time, I'm going to bring her on. She was in it. So it's the one and only. It's the Mrs. Joey C. Honey C.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good, Mrs. C. How you doing today?
Good. We're at the doctor's office, but there's nobody in here, so.
Yeah.
Anywho, let me just let you guys know what happened.
All right.
So I was on the phone, was sitting on the back porch. I was on the phone talking to a friend of mine, and all of a sudden I looked at the gate, and then here comes this little whatever you want to call him, like all puffed up, like I'm gonna come. He had ill intentions.
Obviously.
And then I'm on the phone with my friend. I'm like, and then my sister-in-law's little dog, like or the little dog that Joe had, but whatever. Oh, I'm gonna. But so I was like, come here, Tootsie, like that, and then he's walking up, and he's like, comes up the stairs, and he gets in my face.
We saw that. Yeah.
And I told my friend, I was like, girl, let me call you back. And she's
Right.
like, yeah, he's like, yeah, you need to call her back. First of all,
shit.
don't come to my house, tell me what to do, number one. Number two, get the fuck out of my face.
Right.
And so, yeah. And now, hold on. And so he's like, why did Joey dox me? I'm like, wait, whoa. I said, first of all, back the fuck up. Excuse my language.
That's all right. That's all right.
And second of all, I was like, nobody fucking doxed you. And I did call him out of his real name. And he's like, so it was you. It was you. I was like, no, because I really don't give a fuck, right?
Right.
And so he started, getting loud or whatever. So I was like, all right. So Joe heard me yelling and shit at him and arguing back and forth with his dumb ass. First of all, he needs to brush his teeth. Number two, so Joe opens up the door and he went to the door. So I was like, I got something for him. Like, for real, I got something for him.
Right.
So I went to my sister-in-law's house and whatever.
Got what you did. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law came out, like they were sleeping, and I went in their house and I woke them up because I needed what they had or thought I was going to need it. And so my sister-in-law comes out there. So then he puts his hands up at my sister-in-law like that. There's a lot more recording. And so because the whole entire place is wired pretty much. And so he was like, you shut the fuck up to my sister-in-law, like, and then he broke their like little gate going in the door, and I told him, I said, bro, why you breaking other people's shit? He's like, I didn't, I just opened it. I said, no, you didn't.
I saw him push it open like that in the video. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
So then like this whole thing goes down. So then he goes down the stairs, right? And then he comes back up the stairs at one point, like, bro, you really want this? And so finally him and Joe went down the stairs. I had an irrigation stick, and I was like my mama did me with a switch when I was a kid.
Right. And look, if somebody, I mean, if you're within your right, if somebody comes storming up on your porch with the body language that we noticed in the video, I'm gonna have something in my hand, let them know that it ain't gonna be like that.
No, it ain't. I don't care what I have to pick up. So my brother-in-law has like some of these long irrigation sticks, and my brother, he's got a condition. So he was like, real shooken up, and he was like trying to hold me back from when Joey and Jason went down the porch. So Joey grabbed something, and it was like a metal tiki torch. Right. And so it was, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh, but it's kind of funny, but it's not funny. So
I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah. So like to see him backing up and like his shoes were bending forward, or he
was moonwalking. We said he was moonwalking. He was like, hee. That's what I'm saying. Right. How you gonna buck up to somebody's door, act like you're there for something, and then when you get something, what you came for, you start doing the moonwalk.
Backwards, out the door, out the gate.
What is that? Right.
So then he's like, you fucking doxed me. Joe's like, bro, first of all, don't come to my house disrespecting me. So then when we get out by the gate, he put his hands on my chest, like pushing me back.
I saw it was getting touchy feely when everybody was mixing up and on. That's when it was starting to get a little ugly. Yeah.
So he got whooped with a little, not a little, but a big irrigation thing. I ain't gonna play. Like, and Joe, he's calling Joe FAG, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, you say it. Bitch, how much did you pay for
Really?
that Uber to come to my house to do that?
to
Number
do
one,
the moonwalk.
out the back gate. Like, for
Right.
real.
Yeah.
And then he's like sitting here bright. And then he's sitting here, I guess, making accusations that he's got some kind of something on me and this grossness. Listen, homie, I would not do you with Kevin Brennan's dick. Period. Ever. Ever.
That's a good line.
You know, and I'm telling you. And so, like, it's like, you know, and then if he wants to sit there and keep this rah going, homie, I know where he lives too.
Yeah, you know, it's just unfortunate.
But I
hope
don't do that.
I don't know if this is mental illness or him like wanting to create some kind of fake ass
Content.
wrestling heat, because he showed up after missing for a while, and I thought all along that he's kind of wants to jump back in the game, and so you need to stir up heat. You need to show up at shows and kind of draw some people over to your channel. So I don't know if it's mental illness or wrestling heat or a little bit of both. I don't know what it is.
So here, and that's the thing. Like, so I called the police because, listen, here's the thing. Like, my husband and I both were stabbed very seriously, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
I got PTSD really bad, and I did tell the cops. I said, I'm gonna put this on record right now. So did my husband. I said, if he shows back up here, I said, I personally do not own a firearm, but I own some frying pans, and I am not as scared to swing them.
Damn Skippy. Absolutely.
Period. Because I'm gonna tell you, don't do that to me. You don't show up to somebody's house, period, at all. No matter what. And like,
and if you do, you get what's coming to you. If you step on my porch and get in my face, if there's anything around, I can grab like a tiki tool, whatever. Somebody's getting their ass whipped. Yeah.
I got two bats right beside me just in case, you know, someone stepped up to me, you know.
He moonwalked so fast, like I thought he was Michael Jackson there for a minute, like a heavier set. Right.
Well, yeah, I think Rob Taker said, "It's okay, Mrs. C. An overgrown dwarf showed up at your house last night." Well,
period.
Well, I'll show. I got the video that you guys kind of threw out there, a little ring camera video when you were kind of going over it, and also, I mean, we can do a little play-by-play on it because you pretty much described it as kind of we saw it earlier too.
Yeah.
Like here he comes walking up. There's the gate push. I noticed that right away.
The gate.
See, as a man, and when you see somebody approaching your house, I look for all of those little signs. Like, are you like walking in a pissed off way? Are you pushing things away? That lets me know how you're coming to me, you know?
Right.
So I noticed that right from the get. Like he's coming for something.
For something. Ill intent. Ill intent.
Right.
Yeah, wow, look at that.
So right away, as soon as the motherfuckers like, I'm like, what the fuck is your problem, boy? And I'm definitely looking for whatever I got close.
Then he asked me, where do you want to sit? I said, bro, like I'm sitting down. Like there's a chair behind you.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Weird.
But I see he got right up in your face right away, right?
Yeah. Right, bitch, wrong day.
Well, ain't nobody. And then even the dog's like, what the fuck are you doing up here, fool?
Right.
Yeah, the other dog notices. Come on.
So this is when he's saying to you about
the
all the alleged accusations about why did he do this and all that stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
My question is, why would we sleep on the floor when he had no power and give him our bed? But what I told Joe, that if there was ever another time again, I will make sure that CPAP hose is crinkled.
And that's what's messed up, because I can understand if you had just like this weird kind of internet podcast relationship with somebody. But when you get down to actually being in each other's house and in each other's lives, I figured this would be a harder kind of leap to take. But like I said, I don't know if this is mental illness or what the hell it is, or jealousy. I don't know what it is.
Content. He wanted content so bad, like it ain't even real.
Yeah, content wants people, because then people sympathy come to my side of this, and whoever's out there that feels on my side, then he can do a show or whatever, carry on based on that. I guess maybe I don't know.
My daughter was watching it. She goes, "This mother effer." She's like, "Mom," she goes, "Listen." She goes, she's like, "What does this prove to him? He's a douchebag, like for real. Like he's nothing. Like I mean, she's like just disgusted with him."
Jason is 5 apples tall.
and I'm 4. Like, come
she's
on.
4, but come on with it.
Yeah.
Well, look, I seen you. Look, I know that you, from what I know of you, Mrs. C, I know that you don't want to back away from anything, and I see you right there doing your thing. So that's where I would expect you to be, And then if he don't get the message from that, then he should get what he gets.
Bro, I gotta find the video where there's my brother-in-law.
See how he went after me?
Mm-hmm. There you see, you're talking about how he went after you, yeah, and then
Joey.
Joey.
That was my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law, because he went to talk. He was like to my sister-in-law, telling her to shut the fuck up, and
That's not cool.
You
Yeah,
come to
no.
our house, and then like you don't know if that's our sister-in-law or whatever. That's our neighbors. You're going to disrespect them. There you go. Start running. Then you'll see Joey pick up the tiki torch, the metal.
At that point, there you literally grab whatever ain't nailed down.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all see him going back down the steps.
Hell yeah, that's
like,
what. Yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
Let's review that again because that's one of the best parts. And me and Scott and the boys, we talked about this earlier when we
I
watched
was
it.
whipping him with the irrigation thing.
That's the first thing that occurred to me. I'm like, he went through all this effort to get there, and he's doing nothing but backing up since y'all came out the door. I'm like, further and further back he goes, and I'm like, well, you got what you came for.
Right, like.
All I know is the next step up from those fucking big ass shoes that he's got. It's kids boots. God damn it,
Mrs. C. Everyone was like locked in on his. He basically has clown shoes. He's got these oversized shoes on or something there.
He looks like he stole those straight from Ronald McDonald. Like, bro, go return them. Like,
So I can see why you had this notion to kind of laugh because it's kind of half funny. Like, am I really experiencing this right now? This guy with clown shoes is up on my porch in my face.
yo, I was expecting like you know what I'm saying, like, you know, because I seen him, like, I'm thinking in my head, why is this fool walking, like, because a couple days ago he had showed up at our house. We didn't know he was coming, right? We didn't even know he was coming now yesterday. So he knocks at the bottom door. My sister-in-law was like, Joe, Jason's downstairs, and you know, with open arms, like we always do, let him stream from our house. Apparently he was trying to get in Joey's computer and stuff. We went, take him to the car lot, right, to help him because he's crying about a car, whatever.
Yeah.
So there's some something's up with that. No, you said you needed a car, and I got some connections. That's it. Like, dude. I mean,
So even when you help him, he's the guy that can't believe that somebody's actually being nice or friendly enough to him. So see, that sounds like a lot maybe what's going on in somebody's head. Then maybe, you know, as far as if you never can trust people, if you're always going to be suspicious of people, then you should be messing with podcasting and mixing with other people. Maybe, I don't know.
right. And then like for him to sit there and try to say that he's got some kind of whatever on me, he can say whatever he wants to, because let me tell you something. Every year he's seen my rap sheet. It's longer than, I don't know, a McDonald's menu.
Right, and I know you guys have never been shy about that, and you've been all quite open about your kind of past with the legal system and all that stuff. So I don't see what shame he thinks he's going to bring upon you or expose that you haven't already told yourself.
Right. I mean, like, thank you, mommy. But if he wants to start some lies, go ahead, start whatever lies you want, buddy, because you just know, my stance on it, you know. But just,
Yeah.
Don't ever show back up at my house, as I'm gonna tell you, because I promise you, next time. You won't walk out. You'll be doing the army crawl out.
Yeah, and I got to say that as long as that carried on, at some point, any lawyer or any jury would say that you were well within your right and you were quite tolerant to kind of put up with it as long as you did and not do anything physical. And I'm really glad for you and Joey that you didn't jump to that, because this is a small situation, hopefully, that could have got a lot worse had there been the wrong attitude or a weapon at the scene there.
Right. Like, I mean, I try to stay positive about everything and try to, de-escalate the situation. But when somebody comes to your face and they're just like this in your face, like, bro, hold on. You're a man, number one. You're not going to disrespect me. But I won't back down from no man, no bitch. Sorry, no offense to anybody, but I won't.
We know that about you. Get the video and insert the wacky clown sounds from Halloween. Let's see. MSIP, good morning, Duke. Chris Thompson says he asked me to be his co-host. And see, and this was kind of my take all along, Christina. And I told my boys this privately. After he was gone for a while, I said, you know what? He's not showing up again for no reason. He's showing up because he wants to get in on this. He wants to do a show. He wants to go to each show and find his people and then assemble a crew and be able to do his show, because I think he's jealous of some of the good content that he sees going on at night.
Right. I agree 100%. Like, yo, if like, Joe is Joe. Like, Joe is erratic. Joe is just out there, whatever. But Joe's Joe. Joe's been the same since day one. Like, he don't change up. You know what I mean? So, but I have told him to try to calm down a little bit and don't work. But still, like, I mean, he's gonna be him, and like, but he, like, but like somebody, especially like, I have a lot of anger built up from losing my child, number one.
Sure.
So he's very, very lucky.
Yeah, because that could be misplaced or something like that.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
it could come out in a bad way, and that's kind of what I'm saying. We're very kind of lucky and grateful that none of that kind of stuff happened in that way, because that's all it takes is you hit the wrong person on the wrong day, the wrong mix of things. And yeah, but see, like you said, he showed up to, he asked me to be a co-host. He said, we got that one right there. Let's see. Phone Load checks in and says 666. What's up, buddy? Oh, good old baseball bat. Yeah, there's a couple of those laying strategically around the house. Now I got somebody backstage, and I know she's not showing up for no reason, so I'm gonna bring her in, little audio only. I'm bringing you in since you showed up. It's the one, the only. It's Stormy.
Stormy.
I can turn my camera on. I'm just eating lunch. But
Your prerogative, Stormy. You check. I know you check in rarely, so I know you're only checking in because you think you have something to add or you want to say something. So,
well,
what's up?
I just didn't want to be rude, make it seem like I was being rude in the chat. I didn't realize that Bobby had a way to contact Misty or Joey.
I do now, yeah.
Okay, because Rob Taker was being a little asshole in the chat and made it seem like I was just wanting to use them for content or something. But actually, Andrew actually made it known to Joey last time Joey was on No Filter that he wanted to have him on more and stuff. So, but we didn't have a way to like communicate with him. So that's why I was talking about giving him my email. Or something.
Of course, Stormy. That's like no problem at all. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you can contact us anyway, anytime. Like, more than welcome.
There you go. Yeah, and I don't mind you kind of reaching out in my chat, because I know sometimes that's the only best way or quickest way to communicate something and all. And I know, look, I only miss having Jason on by 1 week, because just 1 week ago, Stormy, we talked about some of this privately and about my suspicions that I've now aired out publicly about. I kind of thought this wasn't going to end well.
Yeah. I didn't think so either. And there's been behind the scenes stuff happening and things. But I mean, I'm still not closed off to the idea of Jason still kind of giving his perspective on things, maybe, and hopefully he wants to talk about things, and maybe there's some things that he wants to shed some light on. I don't know, but maybe there is. I don't approve anything he's done so far. I'll just say that.
Yeah, what he sent Joe was somebody told him that he said, "Oh, somebody told me that you so you're going off hearsay that because somebody told you that Joey doxed you, like that's your whole beef." That makes no damn sense.
Here's the thing. I've been doxxed before and I've been swatted. So what? Unless you've got something to hide. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop that bomb on your account.
I do it every other thing. That's all right. Every other word. It's okay.
Who cares if you get doxxed unless you've really got something you're trying to hide?
That part, but we did and the thing is, like, Joe didn't do it, but still, like, exactly 100%, like everybody knows. And he said we live in an abandoned strip mall. No, actually there's businesses downstairs, all of them are not open. And how do we afford our rent? Jason, why don't you make that known? How do you pay your rent?
Yeah.
Okay, I get a check every month. That's how I pay my rent.
Yeah. Like I said, I believe that professional jealousy, for whatever professional level this is a big part of it too. I think, like I said, he sees other people out here doing well with shows, and everybody wants a little bit of that of their own. And I mean, we kind of have proof of it with Chris saying he wanted him to be like his co-host. So I kind of knew that's kind of what his game was all along. And maybe, unfortunately, he might. I hate to think that he's breaking up a friendship to just have a little juice to be part of his new game or whatever.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
He's not the only criminal in this community either. There's plenty of people with arrest records. So whatever he's done must be that embarrassing to him, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have a criminal record, nothing that I've ever hidden.
Right.
You know, who cares?
I always think that it's hilarious when people try to embarrass like Bob Levy about his past, his drug past, and he's all open with it too. It's like none of us are perfect here, and some of us, many of us, maybe some have like a little bit of arrest record or something. There's no shame in that. People make mistakes, but that's how it goes.
You learn from them. I mean,
yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
There's like it's like I feel like I got sentenced when I got sentenced to feds, a life sentence. I lost my child when I was in there. So it's like I paid my dues and then some, I feel like, and I still pay to this day.
There you go.
Right. And I'll pay for the rest of my life. I will pay for the rest of my life. So, and just like I tell everybody else, there's no pain that anybody could put on me that I don't feel already. You can't hurt me no more than I already hurt.
Well, it's never too late. I might get arrested one day.
Oh,
That's
shit.
right.
That is true, Stormy. As long as you're up and breathing, the timer's still ticking, I guess, on that one. Let's see.
Strive for that, Stormy. Strive for that. For your next goal.
I'm never an asshole, says Rob Taker. I think I was directed to Stormy. I don't know.
All right, Rob's not an asshole. Okay. All right.
He's just a shit stirrer.
Stir the pot.
Stormy turned into a tomato all of a sudden, says Electric Head Gino. Leave Rob out of this, says Articulate John. That is character assassination, says Rob Taker about that. They're all enjoying the food. Hit like everyone, ask our friend Bone Loads. Well, thanks for jumping in, Storm. I mean, you guys can continue to talk. I just wanted to give equal time because, like I said, if somebody was on a show saying some things about me that may or may not have been accurate or not, and I heard it, I would want the opportunity. So that's definitely what this was all about. Granny was saying some things from a personal point of view, and so I kind of wanted you guys have your say.
Yeah, Granny's a great guy, man. Like, I mean, I love everybody on this panel here. It's like, I there's not very many shows that I watch.
Well, thank
you. And that's the truth.
Well, Granny's a loyal guy, but he's gonna get his ass kicked down there if he don't straighten up his game. I don't want him to do no fucking ski mask impression, and I told him that yesterday. So me and Bob, you got to keep him straight on that shit. Let's see.
I didn't know about all that.
Dad, would you eat this if this was the only thing in my trash can or in the kitchen?
If it was on top, if it was sitting on top.
If it was on top.
Okay.
Bobby, he would go down a foot or two for that.
I think he would.
All right. So how's Joey? While we're here real quick, why don't we can let you go real quick, but you're at the hospital. You don't have to divulge anything that Joey doesn't want to about his health, but I hope everything's okay no matter what he's getting checked on there and all that stuff.
No, he's actually he went for his labs on Monday, and so he's actually getting his sugar checked right now because he's pre-diabetic, and
right.
Yeah.
So, but we'll know more today on what the plan is going to be, and I hope that it's a good outcome.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I think I got those sugar levels that I'm almost like borderline if I keep eating more pre-diabetic and pre-high blood pressure and all that stuff. So we all got to keep our shit in check. So I'm glad to see that you're getting taken care of. That's some good stuff right there. All right.
Sure,
well, I mean, you're welcome to stay around, but if you have any last words you want to, I know you got to be busy with Joey there, but thanks for joining us. And maybe you and Joey could come again and make some better kind of circumstances.
Yeah, and as soon as I could get the rest of the video footage from my sister-in-law, we could get that one camera to where Ronald McDonald was backing out of the gate. I will try to get that for you guys too, if y'all want to laugh. If y'all want to laugh about that.
All right. Yeah, we'll go over it, man.
Sorry.
That'd be great. Well, awesome.
Funny,
well, tell Joey best wishes for good health and good luck, man. And we hope that nobody comes to your house again. People, that's kind of what the message is about all this, is kind of giving them fair time and letting them know that this shouldn't be going on. Nobody needs any of this stuff.
No.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, Joe said he put it himself. You want to talk real quick, babe?
He put himself. It was a different situation. If I was more healthier and a little bit, and if I was 5 years younger, he put himself in a position. He could have not walked out of there.
Well, I'm glad in a way that he wasn't younger, Joe, and that's what I told Mrs. C. If the conditions were different, 5 years younger, a different weapon present, they could have ended much worse. So I'm glad. Hopefully, it only ends as kind of a little podcast drama, and nobody should be going to nobody's houses anymore.
Right, and just a disclaimer: the next person that shows up at my house comes to be friends.
That's right. You better know that the seas might be a little on edge if you show up unannounced. So the next person might not make it away as good as Jason Bardo X this time.
That's right.
You might want to make a phone call to them first before you show up.
I mean,
say you're coming in peace.
That's right. That's right. So, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on Joey and stuff. So, but if you guys can reach out anytime and DM, as soon as I can get this the video. Oh, hold on one second, you guys. Here you go. Here, put the earphones in, baby. Here.
What's up, Joe?
Joey C.
Hey,
Joey C, brother.
Hey, I just want to say thank you to everybody. It's like I've asked one simple request is, I wasn't even on the internet for a good 4 days straight without even doing. I mean, I just eliminated everything. I'm just at the point in my life is I'm content and whatever my plans are for the future. I don't know what it brings for me. I don't know, but I do know one thing, that when I do make a friend with somebody, I don't hurt my friends. And my whole thing with this is, I understand we all have our own quirks, and we all have some mental issues. We all have bad days. We all have theories. We all have, but my whole point to this is he never once considered to think the friendship's been good. That man's been good. He just didn't even care about that. To me, I'm so grateful everything that has came out that, again, I didn't do nothing, but this is something that he blew the friendship. I will never speak to him again. There's no coming back for him on this.
Yeah.
When I'm sorry, I just can't. There's no excuse. I tried to explain it to him several times. And what are you talking about? And he called me a liar. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, okay, that's fine. His choice, but I wish to him the best. And like I said, different circumstances in a normal situation, in any heated incident,
Yeah.
it could have wound up very bad for him. But I chose to make the right choice to let him walk out that gate. And I didn't have to at that point because he was very aggressive, and now he's saying he's got some secrets about him and my wife. Well, I'm waiting to hear the secrets.
Yeah, you guys are open books, and that's what me and the missus discuss. You guys have always been more than open, Joe. And I noticed you have been kind of took your foot off the gas as far as you don't want all this drama in the Dabbleverse. I've really, truly noticed that out of your behavior online, everything, bro. And so that's why I know that this isn't a work or anything kind of like that. You've been trying to kind of back up off of it, and you kind of don't really want this shit.
I think the Dabbleverse, a lot of people are right. It's not for a guy like me because I have too much passion and I put too much feeling into it, which I admit that. But I'm sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sorry. When I do really make friends with somebody, I'm all in 110%. I just can't. And I never was raised. I didn't have time to be a jokester or things for funny for me growing up. I didn't have that in my life. So I take a lot of things to the heart. So everybody was right about one thing. The Dabbleverse really is not built for me. I accepted that, and I moved on. But they just won't leave me alone. I get every day people just won't leave me alone, man. And it's a simple respect. If I'm not posting, if I took down channels, I'm not saying a word. I just want to be left alone in private. But obviously, it's going to be a long time before I get that, I guess. But I want to thank you, Bobby, because I've always thought you were righteous. Bobby Nix, I know Scott's here. I think Scott, you know what I think of you guys. 2K,
yeah,
and all
brother.
those guys. You guys have just always been great, righteous to me, and I always have mad respect for you guys. And like I said, we don't know what the future brings, man. But you guys keep on rocking, man. I'll always be watching. You might not see me, but I'll be watching, man.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. The one and only Joey C. I hope your health continues to improve, buddy. Good to see you're taking care of yourself. And I'm sorry that you had to kind of go through this and all. And best wishes for good health in the future. And like I said, come on another time. We can have a little fun with this and under some different circumstances. All right, brother?
Thank you, brother. Take care of yourself now.
All right, man. Take care. The one and the only Joey C. talking about the latest kind of current events. There you go. All right, Stormy. I'll put Stormy backstage. You're welcome to stay around. I can put you back.
I'm gonna go too.
Okay. All right. The lovely Stormy checks in. Thank you for checking in for your point of view on this. So there you go, guys.
Well, I just have to say that we do have Jason Bardo X booked for Saturday. We've had him booked for a while now.
Yeah.
On No Filter. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if he shows. We'll see what he has to say.
Yeah, he shouldn't be. I mean, if he wants to defend his point of view on any of this, that's good.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
But, either way, it's a shame, whether it be for mental illness or for a work just to generate some fake heat, that I believe that Joey, from what I could tell, from what I've picked up, they seem like he was trying to be sincere with like Granny and all of these people that reach out to them. Lou, he has relationships with Spider, with what's his face, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So they seem sincere in that way, and it's a shame that if he kind of basically threw away that friendship or whatever, or because of mental illness just misperceived it. That's kind of sad in a way. But
well, the thing is, I think he wanted it to be Joey. Like he wanted it to be Joey. He wanted to do this because
I think that's a big part of it. I've told you that.
Yeah.
When people see people having a good run or doing good shows and you're having a lot of fun and energy and, people, hey, I'm that guy. I want to be that host guy. I want to do that.
Well, and, the thing is, Joey did address it on his channel last night. So that is kind of giving, even though it's a negative bump, it's given it's given Jason a bump. We're here talking about it right now. So
yeah, right. Well, it's funny because Bobby Nick, I mean, we discussed it privately. I was this close, but I like being a fair guy, and I never had anything against Jason. But I was this close to us not even being part of this conversation today, buddy. Because if I would have just said simply no, I think I know how this is going to end, and I'm going to stay out of it. But because I told you I didn't want to feel like that I helped him cause any problem with your show or Joey or anybody by giving him a place to do this. A format.
Well,
a forum.
I think this thing is, people kind of saw what happened when he went away. And there's a lot of people who aren't going to come back for that reason, Jason went off on everybody pretty much.
Yeah, and you can come on air and fake it for so long, but I think when you're kind of seething in the background, I think people can detect that out of people like Jason or something like that. You're like, oh, this isn't going to end well. I don't, you can kind of tell. Just like Edison and Tesla, exactly. Two geniuses that could just never quite get along. Articulate John points out. Two joints. Good morning, buddy from Dream Man. RBLQ Plus checks in, pal. We're looking for you at the chili cook-off. We were looking for you last night. RBLQ. Reverend Bob Be Close says, Bobby Fran blocked me? What? That is not true.
Block it, Fran. Block it, Fran.
That can't be true because you're obviously showing up, RBOQ Plus, you knucklehead. What's up, Plus? Hoya from Space Nerd. You know what? That's why I always say oh, shit, Block It Fran strikes again. The best blocker in the business. Thank God, RBOQ says, and Live Ween checks in. He kept it real. I keeps it real because I'm keeping it real. All right, Bobby Nick. Well, why don't we have some fun? Like I said, the show kind of takes us where the show goes, and I don't mind that at all. But I also like having some fun here on the vibe. So why don't we do this? It's the end. How about what can we do? We'll fit it all in. Why don't we do some horoscope readings, guys? Yes.
Whoa, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Why did you just put up a plate? What is on that plate? That plate looked like it was a mountain high.
I just kind of grabbed at everything as I went into the kitchen real quick. I made 1.5 peanut butter sandwiches, strawberries, and pretzels.
He just sold Stormy's plate that you just saw. He saw Stormy was in the other room with that plate and he just went and took it. That's what we're looking at here on the vibe. All right. Well, why don't we do this, guys? We do them on Mondays. We do them on Wednesdays, and we also do them on Fridays to see what the stars have in mind for us. Hey, Mandy Diff and Space Nerd and anybody else, throw your signs in the chat, and I'll make my way over to my horoscope reading studios. I will caress my crystal balls ever so gently and bring you your Friday soulful horoscope readings. Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope Reading. And here we go, folks. I'm over here. Maybe we should have read these to see what the horoscopes had in mind for Joey and Mrs. C or anybody in the chat family. This is your Friday Soulful Horoscope Readings. Let me play my little kind of mood set music. Little bow chicky wow wow. A little little eating music for Scott Fitzpatrick. We're going to do the Soulful Horoscope Readings for a Friday to see what the stars have in mind for us heading into the weekend. I go to the chat right now, and I go to where I've seen the first one come in. I believe it was from the lovely Mandy Diff, who always checks in Mandy Double Diff. Why do I call her Mandy Double Diff? Because she's on the cusp, and she always asks for two, because she don't know where she stands on the horoscopes. So I read two for my friend Mandy Diff, and this is for all the Aries joining us today. Aries, the first draft is called a rough draft for a reason. Before sharing your proposal or plan, take the time to refine and polish it, not polish it. Organize your thoughts, Aries, ensure clarity, and structure your message effectively so it conveys exactly what you need to say. That was for Mandy Diff, the first of two. We just rocked her like a horoscope. We're rocking her with it. Now I move on to the second of two for Mandy Double Diff. This is for Mandy Double Diff and all the Libras joining us today. Libra, this is your horoscope. You could be so full of energy that it's hard to concentrate, Libra. Channel that excess by taking a walk or hitting a gym. It'll help clear up your mind. Once you can focus without overwhelm. Asian people? Once you can focus without overwhelm, you may realize things are better than they seem. Libra, that's how it was written, and that's how I read. I read Libra for Mandy Diff. We get him a random sporadic FTG from our friend Space Nerd. Space Nerd checks in with Leo. Leo cups the Virgo. She's on the cusp too. She cups the Virgo ball. So this is the first of two for my friend Space Nerd. This is your Friday Soulful Horoscope reading. Leo. Too many leaders can result in a shortage of workers. Too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Contribute in meaningful ways without letting control struggles create setbacks or misunderstandings. Inner peace comes when you embrace forgiveness, opening the door to healing and growth. That's for Leo. That's the first of two for Space Nerd. Virgo is the second of the two because Space Nerd indicates she's on the cusp and Leo cups the Virgo's balls. So this is for myself being a Virgo and all the other Virgos joining us today. This is the Soulful Horoscope reading. You may be presenting awards. I may be presenting awards to other people, but you know the people in your life who truly deserve recognition. Take a moment to express your gratitude to those people. Let them know how much they mean to you and how they've made a difference in your life. Virgo, the second of two for Space Nerd. That was your Friday. Scott's meal is called the trash can, says Terry Nee. Scorpio, ask our friend Dream Man. Well, here comes Dream Man. This is for Dream Man and all the other Scorpio joining us today, Dream Man. Here's your Soulful Horoscope reading for Friday. Your goals may feel endlessly distant, yet the truth is that only you can turn your dreams into reality, Scorpio. Set aside your doubts and focus on the mindset and the actions needed to make your vision come true, Scorpio. For my friend Dream Man and all the Scorpios joining us today. RBLQ Plus says my horoscope is a lizard wearing armor. Well, don't expect me to get that one because I smoke weed, RBLQ. You need to be more specific. I want a stoner horoscope. Well, I don't know if I have that at the ready, Mandy, but I'll look for that next time we do the Soulful Horoscope readings on Monday. I can't deal with no Pisces. Boogie nights. Can't deal with those Pisces people. Scott is a raccoon. They say you're like eating out of trash cans. Tyranny and RBLQ says you're like eating out. You're like a raccoon. I think I said as much the other day, Scott, when you informed us that you pulled like half of a burnt pizza off the top of a trash can, right? What was the other thing you pulled out? Oh, the bag of cereal.
Yeah, bag of cereal. Recently, I scored a whole pizza that was burnt that Stormy threw away.
Yeah, exactly. So they may be selling to something with the raccoon thing. Scott laughed at that one.
Trash panda.
Trash panda, same difference, right? Aquarius, that's my creative friend Pecan. And let me do this real quick. I'll do a thing in a thing right here. Because I don't know. Because we didn't even talk about Perry or anything. But let me do a thing in a thing because let me go over to Perry, at least for this. If we don't do a full Perry talk right here, I at least want to acknowledge this. Because somebody in our community got acknowledged over there. And I may or may not have a little something to do with that. So this right here was shared out. Our friend Pecan in the chat right here, who I will read Aquarius for and Sagittarius for, he got acknowledged for his match over there on PCL Universe. He got it thrown out there and retweeted. It says, make sure to give Pecan 420 a follow and watch the full match right here.
8 pounds.
So you're getting some love over there, Pecan.
And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 277 pounds.
Look, I love Randy and the inner tube behind him. There you go. So Pecan got a little recognition. So I will read his Soulful Horoscope reading. This is Aquarius for Pecan and Sagittarius for his mother. Here goes Aquarius for Pecan. Let's see. Let's find it. Why is my screen not loading up right? Let me find Aquarius.
Next Pecan match is Joey C. and Jason Bardo X.
It's kind of, you just called it out there though. Wow. Well, let's see. Let's find some. Let me find. Shit. I'm having trouble with my one. Let me see. Aquarius. So let me go. Here we go. Oh, shit. Let me see. My Aquarius ain't loading up right. Give me 1 second, please. God damn it. Not horoscope, just horoscopes. Control, Alt, Delete. Son of a bitch. All right, here we go. Aquarius is coming right now. This is for my friend Pecan and all the Aquarius joining us today for a Friday. Aquarius, something about silence doesn't seem right to you today. Aquarius, keep talking. Eventually, someone will say something meaningful. Latch on to a lucrative ideas and keep your ears open for new opportunities. The stranger you pass on the street while going for coffee could be your new best friend, Aquarius. Strike up a conversation with that person standing next to you in line. There you go. That's the first of two for my friend Pecan. And now I read Sagittarius. This is for Mother Pecan and all the other Sagittarii joining us today. This is your Friday Soulful Horoscope reading. And this is also for Bobby Nick, of course. I got to keep that in mind. So this is also for my friend Bobby Nick, Sagittarius. Cooperation can be taken too far. You're not required to give everything just to please someone, Sagittarius. Say yes only when it feels right. And remember, you can say no without offering explanations to people. That is the second of two. That's for Mother Pecan. That's for Bobby Nick and all the other Sagittarius joining us today.
I felt that one. I felt that one, man.
I always like dancing around some real things lately there. Let's see. 95% Aries, LOL, says Mandy Diff. Space Nerd, they are the best. Two Joints checks in. They're having fun with each other. Please don't hit them, Jim. We now have a raccoon mom out here on the ranch who always has her kid in tow. God damn adorable, says our friend Live Ween out there living amongst the animals. Anything for a pig's horoscope? What is your sign, my friend, the fat pig? Oh my God, Ween. Let's see. Howdy, Jen. Kyoto Gomez checks in and says, low cat tipping, bam, lamb, low cat tipping. Well, Kyoto, because of the recent breaking news, and we have like somebody in our universe who essentially turned himself into a locale showing up on people's porch, we did that early before we even did the news. We did that right after the chat family check-in. Locale tipping. Lovely. August 22nd says RBLQ. That does weed once again, brother. Ween Takao from the Fat Pig. RBLQ plus. It's the 21st for me. There we go. What we doing here? I'm looking for signs. No, you. Let's go. 3 Revens. There are 3 Revens in here. Come on, that's right. We got RBLQ plus. We got Rev Fug Lee. We got the Reverend Wild Bill. We got all the Reverends in here.
We do, yeah.
Scott is eating a strawberry, says Space Nerd. Curiously,
I was.
He was. Let's see. Pecan emojis are being utilized by Just a Guest. All right, I got another one here. I got Taurus the Bull. This is for Justa. And the other Tauri out there. This is your Taurus. When working toward a goal, it can be challenging to make adjustments, regardless of the circumstances. However, before dismissing a change outright, take time to assess the new environment. It might align with your plans more effectively than you initially thought. That is for Just a Guess and all the Taurus joining us today. That was your Friday. Rock You Like a Horoscope, Soulful Horoscope reading. Is that Andrew in the floaty? No, that was the one and only Randy Callahan. That was Randy Callahan, Space Nerd. And you can watch that. Uh-oh. Sorry, folks. That sound of horror means only one thing. We have breaking poos.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
That's right, folks. For whatever reason, it's become a tradition now that Wendy from the Howard Stern Show thinks it's funny to send her morning constitutional to Bobby Nick, and he describes it for us right now.
Oh my God. Okay. Her asshole has no aim. That's all I got to say.
Oh, she got the side spray like she's sitting on the toilet side on an angle up under the toilet seat. What are we talking about?
I mean, there's splatter all over the place. Chunks. It's very chaotic. Her
Chaotic.
blood is chaotic, guys. My God,
no.
there's some in the middle, some on the fucking
Oh, God.
side. Jesus. I
So
mean,
we
at
have
least
we have
got it
different
all in
consistency.
the
Do we have
bowl.
any consistent logs, Bob?
There is. I mean, it looks literally like someone took a pile of mud and just like threw it at the toilet. And,
Just slung it as like
yeah.
just- well,
It just went all wherever it went.
deep butt cheeks causes that, says Terry Nee. I digress. I like NSFW says just exactly. This is the Nazi. I should have called that out, but that's why we got that great Chris Popke theme. And poor Space Nerd, she says, I can't listen. It looks like entropy. Well, we can't end with a better comment than that. It just looks like, let's see. She was painting. She was doing an ass painting in a toilet. Well, there you go. And Terry Nee agrees because Terry Nee says Wendy is an artist. Well, you know, folks, life isn't always pleasant, and sometimes it comes directly to Bobby Nick's phone in the form of breaking poos.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
We always got to stop for breaking poos, so there you go. That's our girl Wendy. We wouldn't have it any other way. Maybe Bobby would have it any other way, but I wouldn't. All right, so how about this, guys? I think we did Virgo for me. Well, let's do Cancer for Scott Fitzpatrick. We did Sagittarius, Sagittarius. But now we're going to do Cancer for This Is for Scott Fitzpatrick. I believe this is for Juggalette Jen, who is oddly missing in the chat today. Oddly, and the last 2 days. So hopefully you're okay, Juggalette Jen. I hope they're working overtime, give me all that super chat money. I don't know. Let me see. All right, so this is for Scott Fitzpatrick. Brian Clauder, I know he's kind of out there lingering. He's always liking and sharing stuff. So shout out to the hardworking Brian Clauder, Juggalette Jen, and all them Cancers. This is your... No, not that one. I didn't even... Oh, yeah, it is. There you go. Sound too loud. Here we go, guys.
What the fuck? Oh, yeah, that is the right one.
I was right and then I was wrong. I do that all the time, Bob. I look at one word and I say the opposite word or whatever. Okay, let's here you go, Scott.
Happens to us all, Bobby Rand.
Your goals and aspirations can reach new heights, Cancer. To maintain strong friendships and achieve business success, stay adaptable and open-minded. Expand your horizons, Cancer, by joining a group dedicated to creative pursuits. It could bring fresh inspiration and opportunities. That is for Scott Fitzpatrick. That is appropriate. All the Cancers joining us today. And then kind of along those lines, there was something that I overlooked from the segment that we did earlier because so much breaking news happening in Scott's Hole that I failed to make this a part of Scott's Hole, and that Scott got a mention. You know, you can read Scott, see all his locale stuff on Angry Iguana 112. But then Scott, Scott set this up, buddy.
Well, it's kind of crazy that you just put this together like this, BF, because as you was reading that, I was thinking the same thing about this guy here, and things are changing in the building in different directions for me and stuff.
Imagine that. We've been doing shows together and we think alike. We have similar thoughts. Well, here you go. Let's do it. I'm sorry I failed to do it the first time. But so you guys know that Scott loves all of this locale shit so much that this is legit. This isn't something he just said, hey, BF, we can do this for a segment. He really loves this shit and he's always out there looking for the next one, as also evidenced by our segment, Scott's Hole. Well, Scott is always out there, like I said, and you got like a mention on a show. Scott, tell us how this all came to be.
See, I would have clipped it and had a good clip of it, but I guess this is a locale live podcast, and this guy's come into the scene about the same time as Angry Iguana, but he's growing quite a bit, and he's really good. And I took notice to him, and then I watch other shows that took a notice to this guy also, and it's just like this guy's been meant to be in my life, man. He just turns out we come into and then for out of the blue, man, after our show last night, I turned this on. And because they take the shows down after they're live, they take them down or whatever.
One of those, because I know some people do that. They just take their shit down, make it private right away, or members only.
So I had to take this recording with my phone. I knew I'd only had time to get a little piece of it, but I was surprised to see Angry Iguana's name get mentioned on. I can never can't say that name.
It's Antimatter Morty. It's all one
Antimatter.
word. They got it written. Antimatter Morty. And you said, which I picked up, that this is a locale show, and they even play locale bingo with a little card in the corner. I don't want to exactly steal that idea, but I appreciate that idea right there. But so Scott put this in our chat, and he was like super excited to let us know that his newest partnership with the Angry Iguana 112 was actually mentioned on one of these kind of shows that follow all the locales here. So I'm gonna play that for you right now. But yeah, there's how this is what it's Angry Iguana 112 gets mentioned in this video I'm showing right here. When another show was kind of presenting their favorite locales. Let's do that. Here we go. Take this out, and then I'll put this in. There we go. Here we go. And I heard the guy say it. There's Cyrax dancing.
This guy has the same mindset as I do. He likes the same people and everything.
Isn't it, though? That's what we're here for. What's we're here for, Crippen?
For joining me on this Thirsty Thursday. We are going to be doing Lolcow Bingo tonight, but instead of doing it with Lolcow Roulette like we usually do, we are going to be doing it with some of the big Lolcows, because there's some updates, there's some old pretty funny stuff that I came across that I wanted to cover. So tonight, we are going to be starting off with Nova Online being a terrible streamer, getting drunk, and being bad at Tekken, or Street Fighter, whatever he's playing. Then we have an old video from Angry Iguana's archive channel coming out of Daniel Larson giving a speech at a protest.
Oh, shit. You got to hear that, Bobby Nick? Yeah. We got Angry Iguana's archive channel. I'm like, oh, that sounds all official and shit. I know that guy.
It's actually hilarious. I've never seen it before. I think it's a little bit old, but it's really, really funny. Then we have a video from the Leaping Lemurs channel. The lemur is
that's
a
it.
guy.
There you go, Scott. Yeah, it took me watching and hearing the audio on that, and then you were doing. I'm like, what he got excited about? And I was like, oh, there you go. That's why he's excited. Oh, the clip. What's up, Crippen? Clipping. What's up, man? He says this is a beautiful disaster. Checking in here on him. Oh shit, you're right about that. Live. Let's see what we got going on here. Locale Live been a thing for like a year or two. LOL. There you go. Beautiful disaster. There you go. All right. Well, we are in the middle of the Soulful Horoscope readings. We're about to wrap this up because I was about to say, I know we did Sagittarius, Vegetarius, but I wanted to mention that, Scott. Good on you, man, for just shit that you're doing for having fun. It's not, I know that you didn't go out there and going, I'm going to try and get on this guy's show, although you could have done that if you wanted to. But, you know, I guess he picked up on that. This clip was out there in the ether, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, you know, it's weird how sometimes people are just put in your life for whatever reason or whatever. And me and this guy may never speak again or whatever, but for some reason I took notice to him, and then bam, you know, it's kind of an honor to be on his show, even though he's new, you know.
There you go. Well, somebody said he's been around for a year or two, but that's kind of new to us, especially in the
there's a whole bunch of those. There's like a whole universe, Bobby friend, of these like we got these podcast universe here. There's like a local universe of all kinds of live shows, and
that's why we love just dipping our toe in it and having fun here and just fucking around here on the vibe. This is what we like. Oh, live. We got excited when I played this. You got 311 represent. You better come original. This show, that's one way to describe this show. It's been a beautiful disaster today, folks. Sometimes that's how we describe life. Well, there you go, folks. We do them on Mondays. We do them on Wednesdays, and we do them on Fridays. So that's when we'll do it again. You kind of catch us next week, because that's when we'll do them again. That was your BF Live The Vibe Soulful Horoscope readings, or overmodulated in the mic. Like a horoscope. Planning. Like a horoscope. Planning. And that was, like I said, we'll do them again Monday. Those were your Soulful Horoscope readings. Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope reading. All right, guys, it is Friday. Now, it is exactly 3 o'clock, guys. Do you have a chance to stay around if I throw in those sexy segments real quick? Can you do that? Stick around?
Do it.
Maybe you don't want to stick around for it. Let's do it. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, with that, I didn't change my element over, but we all know Some days 3 hours just isn't enough time to have fun. And I guess today is certainly one of those days, folks. And when 3 hours isn't enough, we go into overvibe. We're going to overvibe it right now by mixing in. We'll throw in our sexy segments because it's not every day that we do them anymore here on the Vibe. But it is Friday, so why don't we end up the week in a sexy kind of way? Ladies first, because we are proper gentlemen. So hang on tight, guys. For those of you, just hang on for a minute because we'll get bricked up right after this. But first, ladies first, Juicy Man Meat. Just for you and Granny, and then you guys that might like it too. This is Juicy Man Meat. Just for the ladies, we first started calling it out. That's here you go, guys. We're going to start off our first piece of content right here. Just for the ladies, Juicy Man Meat, to end up the week in a sexy way for our ladies that join us here on the Vibe. And then we'll do a little palate cleanser in between, and we'll come back and get semis with the guys. Oh, let's take this. What is this one? Oh. I'm guessing that Space Nerd sent me this, and she spends most of this shit for this.
Patrick Swayze wannabe? I don't know.
No, I believe it's an early movie of his, Bobby, that I can't believe that my wife doesn't know about. Because she loves Patrick Swayze and Skate Town, USA, buddy. This is actually him. I didn't know that, and I don't know that I'm going to tell her that either. I don't like the way she doesn't pay attention to me when he's on screen. BF, Bear Gibbs gonna haunt you. BF, it's copyright music. All right, that's enough of that. Quite enough of that. 9 out of 10, 4-star. You can do it that way, or if you're a member here on the Vibe, you can use the Juicy Man Meat emojis 1 through 5. Chode House, not Roadhouse. That's actually, bro, I thought that was Roadhouse vibes too, Bobby. Bobby Nick disappeared quick, Scott. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about that. You know, he went away and he's like, what, that's real? Let me get that, Bobby. What the fuck is he doing? What the fuck are you doing over, Bobby? You didn't have to go that quick. You could have waited after the show to get excited about. He's like, Skate Town USA, I'm here. Let's see. All right. Well, there you go. Let's do the next one here because this content isn't for me or for you, Scott. This is just for the ladies, some Juicy Man Meat. So here you go, a little something for everybody. And here comes Terry Nee in the chat with something to say. Let me see. Here we go. That's right. No one puts BF in the corner. Patrick Swayze. Bullshit. Must be them bananas or something. I don't know. Get a lot of yellow in the crowd. All right, that's enough of that. BF. Genuine's gonna ride your pony. Let's see. Terry Nee said, oh, wait a minute. I sent a man meat video in. Oh, I do have that one about Andrew. He's not here. No one puts BF in a corner. That's what he said in DC when we went to DC. No one puts BF in a corner. That's right. All right. Oh, yeah. 10 out of 10. 5 stars, says our friend Space Nerd here on the Vibe. All right. I got 2 more here on the Vibe just for the. Oh, Jesus. All right. Here we go. This is not for me or you, Scott. I don't know. I'm glad I got other things to click on. This is just for the ladies. All right, that's quite enough of that. I'll just watch it privately right here. No, I'm not watching privately. Let me see. I'm clicking on some other things. All right, I got one more piece of content I'm going to bring you, and then we'll have a little palate cleanser. We can act like that never happened, and then we'll come back and get one for the guys. All right. Let's see. Yes, please, says our friend Space Nerd. All right. Scott is the gay bouncer on the movie Roadhouse. He's the guy on the new. We talking about the new. We're talking about the new one with not the one with Patrick Swayze. I don't know. We watched that reboot with Jake Gyllenhaal. Like Perry Caravello Live, he had like a whole watch party for that thing. I saw that one. That's what. I don't know.
All I know about it is what you told me. I've seen the original. I ain't seen the remake.
Yeah, like you can get by passing that you're masculine watching the original, but that I don't know. I just couldn't get past Jake Gyllenhaal actually beating people's asses. I just couldn't. I tried. Show us those side wangs, Scott. You buy tickets? Did you buy tickets for the gun show? You just can't just come to the gun show. You needs to have a ticket when you comes to the gun show. You got to come correct. Got to come correct. That's right. Got to have a ticket, or you don't get no entry to the Scott Fitzpatrick gun show. All right. Well, how about this? I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to try to remember to play that with that Andrew kind of video that I think it features Andrew. That's the one you're talking about. I threw that out there. Well, this is something that Terry sent me. I'm not sure if you're aware of it, Scott. Although if you're aware of something that Andrew did, but oh boy. Well, I don't know how she does this. I think she knows what she's doing, Scott, because I told her that these things go in my folder because I'm highly heterosexual. I don't go out there and look for this. The one and only Space Nerd and many of you other ladies in the chat, you send this stuff to me on bflive420@gmail.com. And so it's that guy, Scott. So here we go. It's that guy. If Andrew was here, he would do it.
Guy's always pointing at something.
Good morning, beautiful. I hope you have an exceptionally fantastic day.
All right, there you go. Well, I appreciate that clipping and dipping, but I had the women challenge me. I do 3 hours of a live show here today, and we have some great hardy women in here that can really roll with the punches, so I like to give them a little something too. But fret not, clipping. Heterosexuality is just around the corner. Cookies. Oh boy, she likes cookies all of a sudden. Cookie monster. All right, it's cringe. I know, bro, but you got to hang in there because this isn't for me or clipping and dipping. This is just for the ladies. That was juicy man meat. Now let's get on with more of the show. That's what that was. Let's go, folks. Wrapping up today's show and 1 week of hopefully enjoyable shows. We do it Monday through Friday. This is what we like to do here. We like to just assemble 3 hours a day, and I come with some bits and segments and all. And plus, you got the Joey C popping off. You never know what's going to pop off here on 3 hours of the vibe, but it's always usually fun. And clipping and dipping is having fun with the vibe, and that's what we do here. Scott, we've been talking about it being so hot and the crazy weather that's been blowing through. And I think you kind of live in a kind of a weather tornado-ish kind of area. Well, I didn't know this until my wife pointed it out. I want to thank Terry Neve forwarded this video to me, Scott. That apparently they had a tornado in Florida, and this blew through. And watch what it does to this kind of house. So got to make sure you have that modular homes. Got to make sure you have them anchored down real good because this is what went down in Florida. And imagine I'll let you know that a woman and her dog was in this house when this happened. Scott.
Oh my God, it was Dorothy.
It's gone.
Watch what happens now. And then after the wind subsides,
set the house back down.
Bro, Matt, they said this was 12 seconds, but this seems like forever. And then it falls the fuck back down.
Oh my God.
My understanding is that there was a woman and her dog in there, and they lived through that. So imagine being in your house, Bob,
no place like home.
And all of a sudden
There's no place like home.
Whoa! Articulate John makes the most astute observation of any of us. The golf cart was fine. That fucking golf cart they should have made the house of what the golf cart did.
Yeah.
I I'll get you my pretty and your modular home too. Boom. You got to anchor them some bitches down, man. So I was happy. Looks like a lot of airplane pilots nearby. Looks like a lot of airplane pilots nearby. Really? Wow. Let's see. Oh, wow, says my sister.
They're off to see the wizard, the most wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, but yeah, I understand. That's supposed to be. They said it was 12 seconds. I saw in one of the news reports. Man, can you imagine how long that felt, Scott? When you're like, what the fuck? All of a sudden, you were in one room and now you're at the other end of your house, or boom, and then you got to wait for that to happen. Holy shit! Call back to the farting, says Josh in Tennessee, checking in with his earlier comment.
I'm not sure, but I'm not sure.
Oh, there you go. I get it. Flatulence. What's that, Scott?
I'm not sure. Whenever the house gets back down, and if you look in the window, I think I seen a dog's tail.
Really? Let's see. You have the powers of observation, so let's watch it one more time, and then we're going to get semis together. We're going to get chubbed. We're going to getting ready to get bricked up, boys. We are into over vibe here on the vibe. Okay. Boom.
Yeah, now watching that window, I think I seen a dog's tail. It takes a second.
Oh.
There it goes.
I think Scott, how the fuck do you notice this shit, man?
Something was moving around the house.
He's
anyway,
right,
yeah,
right there, and that's when everything else was moving. Scott Fitzpatrick, holy shit! I always compliment you for your powers of observation, but man, I'm gonna go back a little bit. 31 seconds out of 34 that goes. I'm gonna slow it down. We'll go half speed, and then we'll watch this. The front right window, lower, right there.
Right there.
And that's indoors. Well, I can do it. Yeah. I can do it slower than that. I thought half would be slow enough. Playback speed. Let's go quarter speed.
You can even still see the TV on.
Bobby Nick got another observation. I was looking at the TV on that one, Bobby Nick. This is the Weather Channel.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Watching that tail now. I'm watching the tail part. Wow. Scott Fitzpatrick with the awesome powers of observation. I did see a white tail. Maybe it was a ceiling fan. You know, at that point, you never know. What's her name, Dorothy? And does she have an Auntie M? All right, guys. Well, without any further ado, without any further ado, why don't we start winding down this episode by getting semis with the guys? It's our turn, guys, to get bricked up.
Keep cooking in the kitchen, making it right. Working with some wood, keep me up all night. Charging through the day like a queen on the throne. Everything she does got me feeling grown. Bricked up, got the vibe. Thinking up the world, I'm watching her fly. See out the pushing and meet you, that's clear. But I'm in full of view, I'm staying right here. Bricked up, get bricked up. Bricked up, bring me up.
Let's go, guys. It's our turn to oogle. That's some sexy
ogle.
images. I did see the white tail. Imagine if she was watching The Wizard of Oz when that happened. Holy shit. I mean, yeah, right. We can imagine, like, what would they, if they were eating or getting high, or what if somebody was having sex under that condition? Girl, I rock your world. I blew the house off the foundation. I hit it so hard. Knocked the bottom out of that thing. All right. Well, we're not going to get all busy like that, but we are going to get bricked up with the guys. Here's our first selection, boys. Let's go for a jog.
Boom.
They look like gravity done had their way with them, Bobby Nick.
Yeah, they kind of move.
All right, there you go. You get the idea.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's what you're getting when they're kind of stationary there, Bobby Nick, right there.
Yeah.
Gravity.
They seem a little bit out of control.
They do. They hurt somebody with them things. All right. That's our first selection for the guys. Well, let's see how gravity affects our next selection as we get semis with the guys, winding down a fun week of shows and this episode of The Vibe. We're getting bricked up. You think the first ones are fake? I don't know. They look too loose. Now these might be. Although I don't want them to be, Space Nerd. They're still real to me, damn it. I appreciate what you women do to your bodies. Newton's Cradle. Yeah. Much better. Hey, see, I told you just gotta be a little patient. I told you. All right. Scott's right. Scott pointed out that the guys, I think he said that the ones for the women are always shorter and all, I guess, because guys don't want to be caught as being too creepy looking at women are. All right, well, you know what? It's going to be a busy weekend for some of you ladies out there, maybe. So somebody out there, you got your husband, your wife, you're going on a date. You got to get some training in so you're ready for your next sexual conquest as we get bricked up on the vibe. Let's work it out. What do you think she's training for, guys?
Looks like something I'm going to like.
Hey, Scott, how many guys do you think want to walk up and stop in front of her right there at the gym? Just stop. Just over here. All right, there you go. We got that one. We got that one down. All right. Let's find another piece of content that's just for the guys. All right. Why don't we go down under and go for a little ride for our next piece of content? It's bricked up for the guys. BF. Robert Plant's gonna see you, BF. The natural expert. Yeah, you haven't been here in a minute, like me. I don't know if that's pink one. We think these are falsies. We got two fakes coming in. Okay. They're still real to me, damn it. Okay. Don't tell me they're fake. Well, I got to ruin my good time. All right. Let's see. We got another one, I think, right here on the vibe. Let's do this. And we're going to wind down, and we're going to let you know, because you know this man sitting on here with me, and I'm not the one trying to refresh his signal. Scott's struggling right now and just dropped out. But Bobby Nick, he's going to be hanging out all weekend. I'll see you tomorrow night, and we're going to tell you all about the plugs where you can see us right after this segment. Grapefruity, says our friend, Ween. I'm an expert, says, well, you know, we got Space Nerd. She's our female expert, but I think Live Ween thinks he is our male expert as far as the natties. No seatbelt, says our friend, Articulate John. All right, well, if that didn't work out, maybe this will work out right here on the vibe.
Oh. What's she trying to do? Lick herself?
I think she is, Bobby Nick. At least that's what we choose to believe, right?
Yeah.
I choose to believe. All right, a little morning yoga. A little yoga for the fellas. All right, now.
Wrong with that.
Well, we'll take, if Scott can't make his way back in, we'll take care. Oop, it's a good stretch, says our friend Space Nerd. And to that, I say, yeah. Yeah, it is. All right. Well, why don't we go into the kitchen for our last selection here on some bricked up content just for the guys. Here we go, boys. Let's go. Let's see what's cooking. Chopping celery, chopping broccoli, chopping broccoli, chopping broccoli.
Oh, is that what she's doing? Oh,
yeah, she's chopping vegetables, Bobby Nick. Chopping celery. There you have it, folks. That's what's cooking. And that was bricked up.
She's cooking in the kitchen, making it right. Working with some wood, keep me up all night. Charging through the day like a queen on the throne. Everything she does got me feeling grown. Bricked up, got the vibe. Fixing up the world, I'm watching her thrive. The apple pushing and meet you, that's clear. But I'm in full of view, I'm staying right here. Bricked up, get bricked up. Bricked up, bring me up.
And I'm spent, folks. That's all I have for you. There you go. 5 shows in a row, Monday through Friday, 12 to 3 or so. And we are well into over vibe right here on BF Live The Vibe, because many days, 3 hours just isn't enough time to have this much fun with you guys. I want to thank everybody for joining me all day and all week long. Thank you for Joey C and Mrs. Joey C for stopping in. Thank you. Thank you, Bobby Nick, for sending the link to Frankie McDonald. We had Canada's most famous weatherman on BF Live The Vibe this week. This has been another fun banner week, folks. Please come back every day, Monday through Friday, and tell a friend. This is how we do it here. This is 3 hours of fun segments, sound bites, and positive vibes. Monday through Friday, it is the vibe. Now, Scott he disappeared. He's had his signal challenges. I'll start with this, and we always let Bobby Nick go last anyway, so let's do it like this. Let's run Scott's one more time. You know where to catch Scott Fitzpatrick, and now he's got some new Angry Iguana stuff, Angry Iguana 112 right here on the YouTube. If you want to see some of this locale stuff when we're not doing this segment on the show, and Scott's getting mentions on other locale shows, go check check Scott out at Angry Iguana 112 and Propmaster 69. How about we do Andrew's plugs real quick? You know, Bobby Nick, I got to say, it's been probably a better month now that Andrew's been down in Florida, and he's been doing the show with me every day, buddy. And so it feels a little different today, I must say.
It does.
So we miss our boy Andrew. We know that change is not always easy, especially for Andrew. But please, keep Andrew's subs up. You know he's striving to get 40,000 subs. He's trying to reach that next great plateau over there on Andrew the Giant 96 channel right here on YouTube. Andrew the Giant, the number 96. And you can also see him at No Filter Andrew on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, along with this next guy, who now I'm going to put on the screen, guys. Do you have your paper? Do you have your pen? You ready to make your weekend plan as far as the podcast goes? Well, he's going to be ready to tell you about the ones he knows about, Bob. Take it away.
Well, right away here, I gotta sit up so I'm not fucking disappearing into my fucking shit.
I gotta do like Tom B with you. Will you sit up and pay attention to your show?
Yeah. Right after this, you can see me, Wendy, Echo Pineapple. I think Corn is going to show up. Stormy's going to show up. So yeah, it's going to be a banger of a show for the afternoon on Wendy's side of things. So it'll be cool. The Wendy Pack show, I think, or the Wendy Pack. Yeah, that's what it is. And then I guess tonight, the Lunatic Lounge at 7 p.m. Eastern at Bobby Nick 1978, and then tomorrow on Rumble, I'm going in the lounge at 2 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, I do a little music show, guys, and for the low price of $1, you could see your music video request on my show. So go to rumble.com/The Bobby Nick Show. And give me a follow over there and join me tomorrow at 2 p.m. And also at 7 p.m. tomorrow, we'll see. Will Jason Bardo X show up for No Filter with Andrew and Friends? What will he have to say for himself, you know? We don't know. But check it out tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. No Filter Andrew.
No Filter with Andrew and Friends. That's right. That's the channel. Right. That's one of the many channels you can catch my friends on right here today, folks. All right, so there you go. Now, as far as myself, today is Friday, so I don't know. There's no Perry tonight because they did Perry last night. So shout out to all the Perry people. They're recovering from the chili cook-off. But tomorrow night, we're going to do a special showtime tomorrow night, Bobby Nick, on Replayable. So if you're out there, if you hear about it, it's not a false thing. Tomorrow night on the 100 Proof Podcasting channel, we're probably going to do the show's reverse. At 8 o'clock East is when you're going to catch us tomorrow, Bobby Nick. 8 p.m. tomorrow night on the 100 Proof Podcasting channel. We had fun last night. We watched videos, we drink, smoke, laugh, and joke. We spin a wheel. We had a great turnout last night, and we do whatever the wheel tells us that we have to do. So tomorrow night, tell all your friends that want to hang out for Replayables, special tomorrow time, Saturday, 8 p.m. East. That's when I'll see you again. So you got shows happening right after with Wendy. You got In the Lounges. You got No Filter with Andrew and Friends. No excuse not to be hanging out in the show this weekend, folks. I hope you had a great week here on BF Live The Vibe. Have a great Friday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you have a great or productive one. Whatever you want to do, if you want to rest, I hope it's a great weekend for whatever you want to do with it, folks. I want to thank everybody for your great comments in the chat. Thank you for all your memberships and super chats all week. Thank you, Space Nerd, for thanking me. Josh in Tennessee says, great show, BF. Thanks for all the entertainment to help me get through the workday. I really love that, Josh. That's one of my kind of dreams and kind of notions to do this at this time slot, is to help somebody get through their day.
Tennessee.
Josh in Tennessee.
Tennessee. Tennessee. Tennessee.
If we made one person's day better, then I consider it a successful show. So thank you, my friend.
Hell
Much
yeah.
love to the chat family. Always good to see you, says Space Nerd. Angry Iguana is greater than being a pistol and peacock. Thanks, Bobbies, Scott, and Mrs. C, and yous guys from Live Ween. The Nightbot are running all of our friends' bots like Scott Fitzpatrick, Bobby Nick, the Shawnee Zone, Andrew, and everyone, folks. So enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend, folks. And if we don't see you sometime over the weekend, we'll see you the next time we see you right here on The Vibe. Because we like to say here at The Vibe, it's not bye, folks. It's just bye for now. We'll see you the next time we see you on The Vibe. Peace and love, folks.
Peace out.
Bye for now. And if Andrew was here, I'd say bye, Andrew. And he would go...
Here's a good.
Have a great weekend, everybody. From everybody here at The Vibe, peace and love. We out. Bye.
That's enough internet for me today. I am going to wash myself with holy water to get rid of all the stupidity I saw today.
Jackie Mason. Fucking Bobby's fucking funny. Bobby Grant. I gotta give it to you.
Line of the day, Bobby. Super creative, super original. There's a show called The Vibe.
Hey, you! It's Friday! Stop working! Start drinking! Yeah!